Extremely popular due to its trichroic nature, which means that 3 different colours can be seen when looking at the gem from different angles. In Tanzanite's case, these colours are blue, pinkish violet and yellow.
Join guest designer Gemma Crow as she brings you a fascinating DVD that teaches you how to create all of your important findings that are essential to everybody's collection. Gemma will take you through step by step to create all of your finishing touches that bring your pieces to life, essential for all jewellery makers. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
Here at JewelleryMaker, we like to treat our customers. So to celebrate the fast approaching festive period, we'd like to give you a gift. From this Friday and right across the weekend, if you place an order over the value of £35, we'll send you a free gift. Get into the spirit and join us to kick off the Christmas celebrations.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
Good morning, everybody. Happy bonfire night day. Morning. It's lovely to see every single one of you. It is Thursday, of course, the 5th of November. And I've got to say, it's my favourite day of the year, which sounds ridiculous, I'm sure, but it really is. I love bonfire night. It makes me think of snuggling up warm, all of this amazing light display makes me think glitter and sweet food that nearly kind of knocks your teeth out. It's such a fantastic time of the year, and we have got some treats to really go with a bang today. Lots and lots of goodies coming up for you, and if you were paying attention in the advert, then you may well have noticed a Tanzanite strand. I've got it on today. That will be on with you today, and the price point will shock and amaze. Something else that's amazing and also a bit shocking is the wonderful, very talented, slightly giggly Claire.
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm really good, thanks. I'd completely forgotten what day it was.
I know, we got these balloons out before which are covered with fireworks and glitter. What are those balloons for?
One of the kids is fireworks as well,
Yeah.
and I still hadn't made the connection. Oh dear.
So bonfire night's not high on your list of priorities?
Obviously not. Obviously not.
Bonfire night's something that I start getting ready for in September.
Really?
Yeah. I start getting really excited about it sort of mid-September time.
Right. Yeah. Me too.
How are you, Claire?
I'm really good, thank you.
What
I'm
have you
really
been up
good.
to, please?
I had a week off.
You did? You went away somewhere?
I did. I went to Disney.
There are other...
There are, yes.
theme parks and...
On towers, Harry Potter, places like that.
Etc.
Yes.
Etc. How was it?
It was wonderful. It was really wonderful, yeah. Had a brilliant time.
Did you kind of go all little girly?
Yes. Yeah, Lola and I did. It was wonderful.
Glad you had such a great time. And how are your kits?
Beautiful, beautiful kits. Absolutely stunning, yeah. Very bright, colourful, very like fireworks.
Absolutely.
And I've managed to do like florally type fireworks.
Of course you have.
Yes.
Why not? I've got to say, it's really bright and beautiful and bold, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's very colourful. Very happy, I think.
Yeah,
happy
it
jewellery.
is. It's a big smile on your face. What about your second kit?
I'd say very elegant. I get some floral bits in there again, and sort of swirling and vines and leaves. So yeah, really nice.
It's two very different looks actually today, isn't it?
Yes, I think the first one is a bit more playful, and maybe the second one is a little bit more evening-y type. But Yeah.
So really is something for absolutely everybody today out there. So I suppose I better get started really, hadn't I? Because like I say, I've got Tans Night coming up. That's going to be my showstopper. I've also got a very naughty emerald coming up. But I'm gonna, like, it's not been misbehaved. It's been really well behaved. But the price point is something that me and my producer, Helena, have had long discussions about today. And guess what? It's firework night. So, I'm going to start off with a firework-inspired bundle. This, ladies and gentlemen, I think is just going to put such a smile on your face. In fact, if I do it like that... Oh, droopy. I've got for you here. They were sat so prettily up here then. Look at that. Ooh. Oh. I've got for you here your bonfire collection, and it really is just something that is going to put a smile on your face. When you think of bonfire, you think of kind of being a little bit cold, don't you, but a warmth being in the air. That's exactly what this gemstone does. Pop it against your skin. It is so cooling because it is genuine hematite, ladies and gentlemen. But then it's got that beautiful gold over the top, which have this wonderful warm feeling. It's a little bit kind of standing next to a bonfire, and you've got the cold on your back, but then you have that warmth to your face. It's just a wonderful strand for this time of year. And the thing about it as well is, it's not too over the top. It's an 8mm round. You yourselves have put a vote out not so long ago, well, a while ago now actually, that said, you know, for rounds 8mm, your favourite ones to work with, and I've got them right here in this wonderful cooling yet warming gemstone for you. It's just so beautiful. And don't forget, it is Pantone Day today. And yes, I'm going to have a competition, and because it's Pantone Day, a lot of the colours we've got are going to go really well with this gold, I have to say. We're going to be doing that more for you later on. I've then got, and we've not seen these in ages, the lapis. Look at those bars. Now, let me show you these, because you might not have seen them before. You might have missed out on these last time, because I tell you what, we got them in and they flew out quick as you like. So, as you can see there, you've got these individual bars, and they are individual. Now, what this gives you the opportunity of doing is creating either maybe a flourish for the hairline. If you wanted to do tiara twists with these, imagine that spruce of genuine lapis you're going to have around the hairline. Beautiful. But that's just as easy to get maybe one of the rounds and pop one of the rounds in between every single one of these. That is going to make you a really dramatic and defined neckline piece, because of course these are going to go further because you're going to have more space within them, and that's actually going to take you around about from collarbone to collarbone with kind of the look of this and with the design of this. It's going to go, so you'll have shard round, shard round, shard round, but they're not too over the top. I know a lot of the times when we do bars, they're really big and bold, and not everyone wants to wear big and bold gemstones every single day. These give you that elegance. They're so beautifully worked, and I've got to say we've gone to a lot of effort with these, because if you look at them, you'll be able to see they are a flat bar, but then on one side and one side only, they do just drop down. It gives a real nice femininity, because you see that it's a flat bar and then it just drops down there. But on the back, if I show you, which again gives you two different looks, it doesn't. It just goes all the way down. So you can get almost a sunburst effect, or you can get a more kind of everyday look glamour with that kind of folding down of the light. You're getting not just one, ladies and gentlemen, you're getting two of these. So you can make yourself and your best friend one. You could even make yourself some dramatic earrings if you wanted to, couldn't you? You really could go to town with some earrings with these ones. I think you are going to have a massive smile on your face, not only when you see these together, because they work so well. Don't forget, with this lapis, you do have that genuine inclusions in the gold within this, which is so reminiscent of that wonderful piece. And what we've got is we've got one amazing price point. Are you ready for this? 8mm rounds and a graduation of 4x10 to a 4x30. We are rolling this down to get your bonfire night or day started with a bang. That price point for all of this is absolutely wonderful. It really is. We've sold these pieces separately. You're usually looking at around about that £12 price point for these as a kind of grouping. But actually today we've rolled it down dramatically to just £7.95. I'm not surprised people are multi-buying on this at all, especially if you want a pair of earrings and a necklace with this. And actually imagine doing, if you had these, again, you know, spaced out correctly, but if you had these on a kind of a hand adornment, that'd be really beautiful, wouldn't it, as a bracelet and maybe going down into a ring, or just on a bracelet graduating around. Loads of you coming in for this. It's so wonderful to see you all. It's nice to see you all up nice and early, bright and early. We've got lots of people texting in already. Hello, morning ladies. I am off to the best fireworks bonfire in the country in, how do we say that? Lewes in East Sussex tonight. Love to you both, and that's from Ange. That is going to be so exciting. I love bonfire displays. I bet it goes on for hours, doesn't it? You know, because you can get there and sometimes they have rides and, you know, you get all your hot beverages, don't they?
As well, I really like the smell.
Me too.
I'll have a lovely time. I need to sort something out, don't I? I did go at the weekend, but I think that's probably why it sort of passed me by a bit.
You went to one of the weekends?
Yes.
There's a lot on this weekend as well, but I am one of those people who I must go to one on the day and then I must go to one on the weekend as well. It's actually my friend's wedding at the weekend. My lovely, one of my best friends. So wedding at the weekend, and we said, have you got fireworks? You know, come on, say you've got fireworks. And she was like, do you know how expensive they are? And we went, oh, come on, you've got to have fireworks. She said, no, I haven't, but there's a pub at the end of the road that's got them on, so you'll be able to watch those. I was like, oh, brilliant, that's me sorted. We said to her, maybe you should just pretend you've put them on. Like, just be like, come and see my firework display, everyone. Well done to you all, names going off my screen today. Would anyone like to get a real Cleopatra feel? Because I'm going to hold these, which we've got already, and I just want you to think of this. In between each one, oh, genuine Colombian emerald. Now, when we think of Cleopatra, we're probably thinking of lapis, and we're probably thinking of emerald, aren't we? Two of the main kind of love gemstones around that era and around that time. But imagine one of those in between each and every one of these. How Cleopatra is that going to look? Even with kind of the neck collar design, which is very much a Cleopatra-esque design and piece. Colombian emerald. Now, these are coming up later on in the show, and trust me on this, we are going to be just giving you a very cheeky price, if I'm honest. Lots of you checking your baskets out on this, so congratulations to you all. Names have gone off my screen once already, and they're part way down going off again. It's lovely to see you all up bright and early. What are we doing for bonfire night, everyone? Give us a message in, I'd love to hear, because I'm like a kid on Christmas Day. I really am. I'm just, me and my I just love bonfire. It makes you think of when I was younger. It makes you think of going to bonfire works and everything else like that. What are you up to this bonfire night? Are you going to one? Are you saving it for the weekend? Are you just going to be in? Because I know some dogs and some cats don't really like the fireworks, do they? My dog does not care whatsoever. My dog is so nosy. I've got like a window in the living room, and if anyone sort of drives past, she's straight up to it and she sort of sits. And I always think it's really strange because late at night, obviously I have the curtains closed, and she just peers her head through the curtains. She just stands up like this, like looking around. Fireworks going off. I'm the one stood at the window. She's just sat there kind of watching Corrie like, come on. So what are you up to? Maybe you're staying in with your pet watching a nice film. And whatever it is, do text us in 60777. Start your text with a JM Studio. Well done to everyone who got that. I can tell you've got something really, truly unique there and a complete bargain at that price point. Challenge. Now, really beautiful challenge you've been given here. Have you got started on it yet?
I'm doing a little bit of wire work, I think, to go with it, but I haven't actually got it yet.
This is just a wonderful pairing. What made you pick this one out?
All the colours, but the shape.
Yeah,
definitely the shape. That to me is a perfect workable shape. For the styles of jewellery I like to do, that ticks every box.
Yes, it really, because it has a beautiful, I think anyway, has this beautiful natural nature feel to it. And again, like I said, we will be delving into our Pantone later on in the show. We're going to be starting that at 9 o'clock. And I've got to say, a lot of the colours in here are so reminiscent of that very, very fashionable kind of colours that are around at the moment. This sometimes referred to as the togetherness gemstone. And that's because it's essentially a feldspar and an epidode that's come together to make this gemstone, to unicate. So you get the two different colours, the pink and the green. So you've got there the epidode and the feldspar, that have come together. And it is a gemstone that is said to represent togetherness, because it's kind of the bonding of these two different elements. And I love that we've got the togetherness stone in a heart. How thoughtful is that? You know, the idea of togetherness in love, the togetherness in friendship, all represented in that heart. I think it's just so pretty. And of course, great if you do want to do a nature-like design, because you've got your petals there sorted, haven't you? I've then got these beautiful, delicate rounds as well in there. Can I just, can you tell me the info on the rounds, please, the size of them? Just because it's not on my screen. If you're looking on the web, it might not say on the web, but just to let you know, the rounds are 3mm, and it's 16 carats on that round. So 3mm rounds, and you've of course got the 10mm hearts. We're going to do you a wonderful autumnal hues price point. You ready for this? For you today, we are rolling it down. Competitions galore, prices galore. Fireworks day is getting started off right. No, it's not. It's £7.95 for you today on these ones. That price point, I've got to say, for both of those is absolutely spectacular. We were going to roll it down to around £9.95, I think. £9.95 we were going to go to, but you know what? We're all in a really kind of warm, lovely mood today, and we're very excited to get our bonfire day on the go. So we're going to treat you to this at that price point, which is a big, dramatic price drop from its original RRP. Ideas, discuss.
Oh, it's got to be flowers, absolutely got to be flowers, because the heart shapes, like you say, are perfect petals, and then the smaller rounds work really well as like the centre of a flower, sort of like the pollen area. So that's what I'll be doing.
Go for. I cannot wait to see your designs with this. Loads of you rushing in. No one was expecting us to go to that price point. Even I wasn't, I'll be honest. I thought it was £9.95 we were going to, but Helena's dropped it down for us again, the little love. I adore every single one of these, telling a completely different story, and you can make your own pieces and make your own story with these. So have a lot of fun with them, everybody. Enjoy. We're going to get on to the kit now.
Oh, right.
Excited?
Yes, I am.
Are you ready?
I will be.
Fantastic.
Don't watch for a minute, don't watch.
Okay. I've got for you this lovely kit of Claire's. Now, I have to let you know that quantity-wise, I've not got hundreds. I also have to let you know that there is a lot in here, so please bear with me. I'm going to bring you all of this in about a minute and a half if I can. So, hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen, because here we go. I've got a selection of your head pins. These are in the flattened based rounds. You can see I've got a massive amount of those, 100 pieces in total. Length on them is approximately 40 mil, are they? Approximately-ish, 40 mil. I've then got 50 mil coming up for you on these beautiful stars. They are just so pretty. Star head pins there for you. They are genuine gold plated, ladies and gentlemen. And for this time of year, for the festive season, can you get much better than that as a design? I just think they're absolutely sensational. I've got your eye pins here. We haven't seen eye pins in ages, have we? The great thing about having eye pins ready-made is you've already got them there when you need them. You don't need to buy an extra kind of tool to work with these. It takes a lot of time. It saves you a lot of time, in particular if you do rosary link chains. It essentially cuts your time in half because there's a piece already done there for you. And also the great thing about them is they are beautifully sturdy as well. So you've got your eye pins, they are a 40 mil, and the eye on those is 3 mil in total. Massive amount of all of those, 100 of each. I've then got the gemstones themselves. So Let's take a little look at these. You've got hematite, and I mean a lot of it. Look at that. How party season is that? How kind of fireworks and bonfire night? We're going to be seeing these colours in the sky later on, aren't we? Aren't we going to see these later on? I just think it's so wonderful that we're going to be seeing all these colours light up our sky this evening. And you can make something when you get this in a few days. Maybe make your memories of tonight. We've got in here 15 carats of the tubes. They're 4x2. You've got the coated hematite plain round. Those ones are a 6mm. Nice to see a decent size on those ones. I've then also got for you the faceted drops. Now these ones are agate, and they've got that coating over the top, and you can tell they're a different gemstone because when you place them on your hand, there's not that coolness, there's not that heaviness to them, but you've still got that same look. Really unique and individual strand. Never seen one like that myself. 200 carats there. I've then got 80 carats of the hearts, which again will go great with that bundle we've just had. 6mm on those ones, and then the rondelles. I absolutely adore the rondelles. The way these sit on the bracelet line look wonderful. Actually, very much reminds me of a DVD. I think it was one that Mark did. Reminds me very much of a bracelet in that, and I think they'll look amazing in that design if you've got that DVD. And then so yeah, that's all of the treats you're getting. So let me reiterate: 200 of your head pins with the different designs, 100 of your eye pins. You've got 5 strands of your hematite. It's all coming in at one price point for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Should be, but we are rolling it down. It should be £43.55. Today we're taking it below £43. In fact, we're going to take it below 40. We're taking it below 30, in fact. That is a big saving. It's all round. Oh, how much is that off? £15.60 approximately you're saving on that one. So that is a big amount. Big amount there. £15.60 you're saving, yep. And you've got a massive quantity of treats in here and things we don't get to see that often at all. So do treat yourself to these ones whilst you can. And don't forget, we get free demos and free demonstrations. Free demos and demonstrations. They're the same thing. We get a free inspiration and demonstrations from the lovely Claire right here, right now. And you're right, HP, Christmas decorations. Because have you noticed in the last few years, Christmas decorations seem to be, even when you go into the shops, there seems to be less and less kind of the traditional Victorian-esque red and greens, really, and more of the purples and golds and blues and oranges. Bright colours. Bright colours, so it is perfect for that. Yeah. Good work to everyone who's got that. You've just saved yourself over £15.50, so a great deal for you today. Hello. Hiya. Mwah. How are you, lovely?
I'm really good, thank you.
You smell beautiful.
Do I?
Yes.
Thank you.
You smell delightful. How are you?
I'm really good, thanks.
Good.
I'm really good.
What was this kit like to work with, please?
Oh, lovely, because you've got all those different, the gemstones are so pretty. They're so pretty. They're so sparkly. You know when you can get lost in a gemstone, because if you sort of like, you know, go out of focus a little bit and you get all that colour, which I really like, and you've got all those wonderful shapes, so they work really nicely together, and then you've got all those findings, so you know, perfect really. So I think if you're building up any sort of stash, this is a perfect kit.
It is a wonderful kit to build up your stash, and at a great price point as well. I absolutely adore that a lot of these you can see fireworks within them, but that's probably because I'm thinking of fireworks. Actually, if you were wearing one of these around Christmas, I'd think they looked a bit like a snowflake.
Yeah, they're quite versatile, aren't they?
But then if I looked in summer, it would look like a flower. Yes. Just because of how you kind of view them and envision them. This neckline piece is so dramatic. I just think it looks sensational.
Well, thank you very much. I mean, that's what we're going to demo. We're going to, rather than doing sort of one piece, I'm going to take demo, hopefully, each sort of individual, because although it's sort of based on the same sort of design and techniques, but the way you place the gemstones and in what order gives you very different results.
Looks and results. Yeah. Wonderful. Well, let's get started then.
Okay, right. So if we work, first of all, if we do from the, I'm going to do the gold sort of one at the end, so the florally one with the stars.
Okay, so we're going to be looking at how to do that floral section with the star in the middle. Okay.
So if we start off then, so with a lot of these designs, my starting point is working with a jump ring, because what I need a base for the centre of. I mean, I'm going to probably revert back to calling them flowers, even though they're fireworks. But
fireworks.
Firework flowers.
Yes.
So I want to start with that the jump ring as my base, because that gives me a little bit of structure and it's something to work around. So obviously thinking about, these are just the standard jump rings that you will get in the findings pack. So thinking about whichever size jump ring you work with, that will alter the shape of your flower fireworks. Obviously the bigger the diameter, the wider, the larger it'll be, and the more you will get around the edge. So if we start off with this size, and I'm just going to work with, I've got some 0.4 wire, and what I've tried to show with the designs is how well all these gems work with. I mean, you get the gold and the silver findings in the kit, and the gems, you know, because they're so colourful and you've got all that rainbow of colours, they work so well with either. So I think probably with the copper and antique bronze as well, they would work very well. So what I'm doing, I'm gonna use this, and this is a really I use this technique of building up gemstones like this for a lot in my jewellery, because I do a lot of flowers, and this to me is a perfect way of securing them all and getting them to sit really nicely. So I'm treating my so I've got my 0.4 wire here and my jump ring here, and I'm going to treat the 0.4 almost like a needle and thread. So I push through, and I'm going to leave myself just a little tail there, not particularly long tail, and I'm just going to go all the way back through. So I've gone through that jump ring twice. So when I bring up now the two together, I'm just going to give a little twist there, almost like, you know, when you do a tiara twist, just to secure that little tail. But what I'm going to get rid of that tail straight away, because I don't want to confuse myself with wires. So if I just snip that off, and I'm going to tidy that up, because I don't want too much height coming off with that from the point of the jump ring to where I can slide the gem on there, if that makes sense. So I want to push that little wrap down as far as it'll go, because obviously if all the wraps finish quite high down the wire, that will increase the length of gems going that way. So spend a little bit of time and get that quite nice and neat, but also secure. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the heart. And I mean, with these, when you've got such pretty gems like this, you know, with the wish bracelets and things.
Yes.
They're lovely. Or just individual, you know, if you've got some of the, you know, when we do the sterling silver chain, you could just have one on a head pin, couldn't you? And just one on a bracelet. You don't have to sort of go particularly extravagant, because they're lovely on their own. So I've just threaded on one, so I've gone from the narrow point of the gem going up to the wider one. So I'm just going to hold that in place so that it's sort of sitting, so it's butting up against that little twist that I did, and I'm going to take the wire around the back. Now I'm going to put some pressure, I'm going to hold it really firmly between my finger and thumb, and I'm going to wrap around just a couple of times around that initial wrap that I'd done. Now what I want to do, I want to take the needle and thread, so this wire, back up through the gemstone, up through the jump ring, ready for my next gemstone. So I've gone all the way up and I'm coming out. So if I add another one, and you'll see when you work with these hearts, you've got slightly different rainbow effects on either side. So on one side you've got sort of like a bluey, aquary, greeny colour, and then on the other side it's more sort of pinky purple. So I've done mine completely randomly, but if you wanted to have sort of a more uniform effect, you would alternate so you'd pay attention to whether it was the bluey aqua side or the pinky purple. Now with this one, my second one, if I just let it drop so that it's sitting on the jump ring, it's not gonna come out and sit in the same position as the first one, because the first one I got that extra couple of millimeters from where I'd attached the wire to the jump ring. So all I need to do, I'm just going to push my nail in so that it doesn't drop down straight onto the jump ring, and push that wire through. Now on this second one, I want to do it slightly differently to make it a little bit more secure. I'm going to, before I wrap around that base, I'm just going to come back through the jump ring and pull through and push it across, and then I'm going to do the wrap. So I'm going to go round once, round twice. So I'm ready now to keep working round and adding more. So I'm going to come up through, and you're just repeating yourself all the way. But you can see by pushing my nail there to stop it dropping down too far, they're sort of in a nice, at the same height. So if I just add another one, so again I would look here and see what order. So if I'm going to do it in a uniform way, so my next one, because I've got the sort of the bluey aqua, then the pinky purple, so my next one would be the bluey aqua. Again, push my nail down and go down the back and bring through, all the way through. Don't let it drop all the way, and do my couple of wraps around. So you repeat this process, and you would work out sort of how many petals, or if it was a firework, what would the word be? Explosions?
Yeah.
Explosions. It's quite
The
those bits.
that bit. The
Yeah. So you would work
not
out,
the yeah.
so you would work out how many of those you want. So whether you go for your odd number or your even number, and you get different, different results.
Tails.
Tails, yes, that's a good one. That's a good one. So you keep your working all the way around, and you've got a little bit of movement in your, in these little tails. So you can squeeze them together if that's the look that you want, or separate them out. But you're just going to work all your way round, and you'll get, like I say, very, very different results whether you have it uniform or whether you just mix up the different types of the rainbow. So when you've gone all the way around and you've got to this point here, so we've added all of them on, so you can see now you've got your sort of flower effect. So I think on there I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. So I've got 8 on there. So if I just open this out a little bit, there we go. Get rid of the kings. Now what we want to do is we're going to give that centre. So the centre is made up of the star head pins. So I've just taken, some of them I've got 6, some of them I've got 7. So if I just get, so I've got 2, 4, 5. So if we go there, we'll go 6 on this one. So I just want to group those together, and I'll push them through the centre of the jump ring. So just pushing all the way through. I'm just going to let them, I'm not going to do it in any particular order, I'm just going to let them sit randomly in the centre of the flower at different heights, not too high, because obviously you don't want it, you don't want this to catch when you're wearing things. So if I just push them down a little bit, but you've got that, by adding a few, you've got all that lovely lustre of the hearts, and you've got a little bit of height, a little bit of shape. So what I'm going to do now, if I just show you the back, so they're all coming out at the back, and I'm going to randomly split them in half. So I've got 3 on either side. I'm just going to bring those through. So they're coming out either side of the flower. So what I want to do now, I'm going to take my chain nose pliers, and I'm leaving this tail that I use to attach the petals on with, and I'm just going to twist those 3 head pins either side, twist them all together, so I've got that lovely strength. And I want to bring that twist so that it's coming sort of like at the edge on the outer diameter of the flowers. So I'll just twist maybe once more so that it's coming through, so I can see that twist just from the front. And I'll do exactly the same the other side. So I'm just grabbing them and twisting. So again, do the same. So I've now got 3 on that side, 3 on that side. So what these are going to be my links now, so that if you almost view it as like a fancy connector, really, isn't it? Mm. So if I just bring that round. So what I want to do now, I need to get rid of some of these wires. So I'm just going to take the one, and I'm going to wrap around. So you can use, I mean, it depends, you know, if you've got dexterity problems, you might want to use your pliers for this, but there's a bit of flexibility, so I'm just using my hand. So I'm just going to do a couple of wraps around. I'll just snip that off. Just tidy that up, because remember that's going to be going against your skin. So I've got 2 there. I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. So take the one and wrap around the 2 remaining wires and snip off. And spend a bit of time and have a little think so that these 2, you know, that they marry up, that you've got the same wraps on either side, because that will just give you an overall, you know, a better look of neatness really, if you keep, you know, try and keep the same either side. So then I've got the rounds that are running away from me. So what I want to do now, I mean, you can see this is how wonderful this kit is, you know, the drill hole in them, so I'm getting 2 head pins through that gemstone. So you would have no problem, you know, getting cord, you know, if you were going to do macrame, or just put simple cord through really. So they're really, really workable gems. Now what I want to do, I want to separate the 2 out. So I've got my 2 head pins left, and I'm just going to take one, and again, in the same way that I did at the bottom, I'm just going to wrap around the top here. So I'm just wrapping once, and I'll snip off. Get that out of the way, and push that down. And I do exactly the same on the other side. So take one and wrap all the way round a couple of times and snip off. Again, paying attention to all those little edges. So now we've got our connectors there. So all I need to do now on this point is turn a straightforward wrap loop. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, at the narrowest point really of my round nose pliers, I'm just going to bend forward, and then just thinking about what is it that I'm going to attach here. Is it going to be another piece of wire? Is it going to be a jump ring? And whatever I'm going to attach to, or say cord or chain, that would obviously depend on at what point I use whereabouts on my round nose pliers. Now some people, if they're turning a lot of wrap loops, might use a permanent marker and just put a little line on their pliers so that they go back to using the pliers in the same position each time, and you've got that nice uniform size of the loop. So if we just bring it round, and I kick that at the front, and then start to wrap around, and I've got this nice long tail here, so I can do it with my fingers. So I'm bringing all the way around, and then what I want to do, I can either snip off here and it's going to look like one continuous wrap, or just for added security I can just go take this loop, this tail all the way around, and so that it will cover that bottom wrap. So you can see that one is finished there. So if I just do the other side so you can see it again, I'm just going to put my round nose pliers in, bend forward, move the pliers around at the same point, so I've got the same loop, bring down and wrap around. So again, a couple of wraps on just the ordinary head pin, and then a couple of wraps will be going around the wraps from the other head pin. So if I just tease that around a little bit and squidge it in nicely. So then all I need to do now is just get rid of this, the tail with the 0.4. Now sometimes you will get these little bits here, depending on how you split the head pins, they'll be a little bit wobbly. So what you can do, that's why it's quite a good idea to keep this tail for as long as you can, is you would just almost do a figure of 8 weave around these 2 connectors, and that will just give you a little bit more stability at the back, because it's going to hold them in place a little bit more. So I'm just doing like a figure of 8 around the base of those. And because I've got this this matrix of wire here, it also gives me a really nice area to snip off and tidy that little end away, so that it's not going to scratch my skin or come undone. So I'm just going to bend that in and really squidge it into the centre of all that wire. So by doing that, you've got your little connector there. So it's entirely up to you whether you put chain either side or whether you, however many times. I think I've done 5 for that one.
Fab. That's just so pretty. What a gorgeous little piece to have in there. I just think great as a connector, isn't it, as well? Thank you very much.
You're very
for
welcome.
showing us that. Okay, I'm bringing you some wire now. We've already dropped the price down for you. Should have been over £20 worth, but actually it's taken it to £11.95 for you today. What have I got in here? Well, I've got one of my favourite gauge, 0.25, 15 metres worth on this spool for you, ladies and gents. I've also got your Antiques Bronze, which is a 0.6, so a nice bit of security there, but also you've got that 0.8 in that chartreuse as well, a perfect colour for this time of year. Again, if we're thinking of the festive feeling, we are stepping away from that more traditional kind of deep darker green and going a little bit more modern with this, so beautiful for the likes of your hollies, etc. In total here, that's a 50 metre spool, ladies and gentlemen. In total here, you've got 75 metres worth of wire to work with. And of course, you can work with those as you will, as you like together, which is something really spectacular for you to be able to do if you want to use those in those individual manners and individual ways. It's going to be a great colourway. It's going to be a great colourway to kind of pair these ones together. Very special there. And because we don't have a massive amount of these, we've got enough for you on the phone lines and enough for you in baskets, but after that, not a massive amount. So I'm going to really quickly bring you another quick deal as well, but that is still available. It's WGGC05. Still available, but like I say, it will sell out sooner rather than later. So I'm very quickly, so I don't have to interrupt again, bring to you a selection of your pliers. I'm going to put these in order of how much I love them. Which I know you don't do that for friends or family, but
no,
you
don't
do it
do
with
that,
pliers.
no.
You can do it with pliers. Okay, so I'm starting off with the round nose pliers that I have here. Round nose pliers are something that we've seen Claire use numerous times already today, and we're going to continue to use these time and time again. So they're really wonderful for you to get your hands on. I've then got for you here the extended nose, flat nose, chain nose, sorry, pliers. These are extended. It helps you get into all those little nooks and crannies that you want to get into, and it means that if you're doing your wire work, you can get a real nice precision look, a precision angle to these. And then I've also got the gizmo. You've got your gizmo in here as well. This as a tool is something we love and adore, and we use time and time and time again on show. You can treat yourself to so many torque necklaces, so many different designs with this. You've got the 2 different mandrels in the different thicknesses, and you've got the opportunity here to make not only the likes of lots of jump rings if you wanted to, but also to be able to create beautiful looks. And you've got yours already set up.
Yes,
what are you doing with yours?
Well, it's an essential tool for me. I just think, you know, you do a lot with it, absolutely a lot. So that's with a 0.6. So I think that was in the last.
Yeah, we had a
so
0.6.
You could have it, yeah, in the last lot of wire. But yeah, it's brilliant. So you just coil it like that. I mean, and then I use them in different ways. So you can make lovely beads, or you know, flatten it out, hammer it out like that. You know, it's an absolutely brilliant tool.
It is something that
really,
all of our
really
guest designers have
Absolutely.
and love. So treat yourselves to this collection today. Your price point on all of this is rolling down. We're taking it to one low price point of just that price point, you know and I know, is something a little bit special, because the extended nose ones, for example, are things that we don't get to see that often at all. So great to be able to bring those ones to you at such a low price point. A great one to treat yourselves to and to get your hands on when you get the opportunity. £7.95. Pair this with your Wireworks. Got it?
Oh yeah, well yeah, that's a good one.
Baby, you're a Wireworks. Okay, no, that's good. That's at the bottom of your screen now, £11.95 for you today. Well done to everybody. Do check those baskets out on both of those whilst you can. So, final bit of this demonstration.
Okay, so we're going to do the, so using some of the head pins now, so, and with the silver, so you can see how to make these. So like the central, so it'll be the same for the earrings and the central silver pendant with the drop. So it's working on how to, because it's a little bit fiddly, but it's worth sort of persevering, so you get that nice effect.
Okay.
So if we start off, I'll just get a few of those. So I'm going to use the silver head pins, and I'm going to use the rondelles and the rounds again. So what I want to start off by doing is I'm just going to make a selection of, again, I'm going to be working around the base of a jump ring. So what I want to do, so I've got my jump ring, and I want to just create that sort of almost that spark, that swirl that's coming out of from that central point. So to make these, I need lots of these components. So if I pop them here, so you can see, this is the bit that I want to make several of those, so that they're going to be all the way around. So to make those, all I'm going to do is going to take the head pin and put on one of the rondelles, and take one of the rounds, and then a rondelle. So, and I'm putting those ones onto the head pin. In a minute, I'll be doing this exactly the same with the eye pin, but you'll see why I used both. So again, it's in the same way. So it's turning the wrap loop, so as we did in the last demonstration. So just a straightforward wrap loop. So I'm just going to insert there and turn it and bring round and do that wrap and snip off. Get that out of the way. And just tuck that little end in, so it's nice and neat. So just keep going round, and what I want, I think have I got 8 of those? Let me count them. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. So I've done 8 of those. But what I also want is, if you have a little look at it, they're not all. I need some connectors on those, because if I just did all of the same with the head pins, I'd have nothing really. It would look very nice, but I'd have no way of connecting it unless I wired at the back. So what I need to do, I need to incorporate into this circle components that have got a loop at both ends. So this is where you'll use your eye pins, because you've already got your one loop here. So you don't need the base of the head pin, because what you want is it to connect on to the jump ring, but you also want a connector coming off so that you can then connect a chain, or on the bottom end you want it so that we can connect the dropper. So if I just move that one out of the way for a second, and I'm going to do it in exactly the same way that I did before. So I'm going to take a rondelle, a round and a rondelle, and let that drop all the way to the bottom of the eye pin. And I'm going to do exactly the same as I did for these components. I'm just going to turn a wrap loop. So round and wrap. And snip off and tidy those ends. So just bring it in. So if I just get all of those out of the way. Now what I need to do, I'm going to lay these out in the order that I want them to be. So I need the component with the 2 loops, so the top and the bottom, I'm going to place at the top, and then I want 2 of the ordinary ones either side, and again, and again, and again, and then my wrap loop, the 2 loops at the bottom. So if I take 2 lots of my flat nose chain nose pliers, and I'm just going to open up my jump ring. And this is the bit where it gets a little bit fiddly, that I would probably be doing this not this early in the morning. So I've put on the one with the 2 loops. So I'm going to add in the ones with just the standard components. So you can see I'm just building up this little star, or the firework flower. So again, so I've put the 4 standard ones, and then I've got the loop one. And I'm just going to swap over now and try and hold it with my left hand and do exactly the same on this side. So as you can see, it just starts getting a little bit fiddlier because I'm filling up the space in that jump ring. So what I found is if I just tip it slightly, and I'm using the really fine Xuron pliers, so if I just bring that there, so they're just sort of balancing and resting on, and I'm just having to then grip either side, and when I've got a good grip, which hopefully I have now, I'm going to close that jump ring. So you can see I haven't got very much room because I've got that big cluster of all those different gems and head pins and eye pins. So when it's sort of like a little mess like that, so I'm just going to flatten it all out and get them in order. But you can see, so when you've done that and you've closed it up, if you look at it flat, you've got that lovely star effect.
It's gorgeous.
But if we lift it up, so how it would hang, it would just sort of flop down. So we need to just add a little bit of weaving and wire work just to get that so that it's more of a structured shape.
Okay.
So if I just bring that back down, so I'm just going to use some. I'm using 0.4, but if you've got, you know, the that bundle that you did before with the 0.25, you could use that.
Wireworks one.
That's it, yeah.
The one at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could use that. And it's in silver like this.
It is, so it worked really well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm just letting that balance on my finger there. I'm going to take the wire from underneath, and so I'm leaving myself again, little tail. And what I want to try and do, I want to try and wrap, or you can sit, oh, shall I confess to a mistake? Shall I? I'm going to.
Well, it's too late now. You're going to have to.
I'm going to have to. I've put that.
And then
one.
I'll read a text straight away, and that'll distract us
Okay,
from
then
it.
people won't,
Yeah.
people won't know.
remember. Yeah.
So I've put this wrap loop the wrong way. Look, so I've just got a standard loop there and a wrap loop there. So let's pretend that we've never seen that.
So Andrea's messaged in.
Good morning, Andrea.
Good morning, and said, my favourite people on the morning show. Oh, that's so lovely. You might have gone down in your estimations now, though. Watching you two lovely ladies whilst making a gemstone tree.
Ooh.
A challenge set to me by my partner. # sore fingers.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, bless you. Thank you for sending that. And that's a really nice message. We appreciate nice messages.
Yeah,
don't we?
definitely. That's lovely.
So nice.
Good luck
of
with
you.
the tree as well.
Yeah.
You can send a picture in.
Please do. Wall of Fame it, I would. Wall of Fame it. Hello, it's from Sharon Louise.
Lovely, Sharon.
Lovely lady, can you message us in a bit? Did you win the Wall of Fame yesterday?
I think she did.
I think you did.
Congratulations.
£50. You were runner-up for only £50. Good morning, gorgeous Becky, Claire, and the fab producers and crew. Hello from everyone. Say hello, Kerry. Look, hello from Arlene and lovely Helena. Kerry's just gone. She's turned her back. Wave, Kerry. She's waving her head. Lots of love. I'll be watching the fireworks through the window. Oh, beautiful, Sharon. Thank you for that message.
Lady.
Keep those coming in.
So we've forgotten about this mistake that I made earlier, but you can see here, if you just have a little look, where this is where I want to wrap this 0.4 wire around and into the wrap loops that I've done here, because I've got those, they will fit really nicely in between those wraps. So this 0.4 will sit really nicely in those wires. So, you know, make sure you don't make the same mistake I did. So I'm just going round the one, all the way around, and bring it through and down and round. And what this will do, this will give me that strength and structure and stop it from sort of being a little bit floppy. So I'm just bringing it round, move that tail out of the way, and push it in. And obviously, as you working round, it's becoming a more. You can see there the difference. You know, it's becoming more of a structure. So it will be a little bit fiddlier because it's obviously you haven't got that flexibility that when you first start with going around that ring that you would have. So just persevere. And you just want one wrap going round the top of each rondelle in the circle. Keep going round, and you're back to the beginning. So you snip off there, nice and neat and tidy, snip off that tail.
Yeah.
But then what you've got, if you lay it out, you've got your two at the top and bottom, so you would attach your drop there just on one of the standard head pins. And the jump ring at the top.
That's fab. Thank you for showing
You're
us
very
that,
welcome.
both designs. Okay, Wall of Fame time. Here's the Wall of Fame for you.
I've got 331. This is beautiful, and this is from Sarah from, oh, where's that? West Houghton. West Houghton. It says, hi, you lovely, lovely people. This is my latest make for the Wall of Fame, made with your pink tiger's eye hearts and some of your beautiful kunzite nuggets. I just added some large jump rings from my stash. I'm getting ready for a Christmas fair on the 15th. Wish me luck. Best of luck for that. If it's all like that, you'll do very well.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Well
329 here. Hello to all G and family. This is my first entry to the Wall of Fame. I keep promising that we'll send them in next time. Everything, of course, has come from JewelleryMaker, and as long as you're selling, I will always be buying. See, Lola said I would send it in next time. Good luck to all in the win, and that is from the Catherine from Huntingdon. Thank you so much for that. Keep sending them in. Beautiful.
Oh, this is gorgeous jewellery as well. So this is 332. This is stunning. And this is from Anne-Marie. It says, my Wall of Fame for this week is a copper and moonstone collar. I hope you like it. Thanks, that's Anne-Marie. Well, we do like it because that's gorgeous.
I love that.
Stunning.
Really high-end look. 330 here is belonging to Sarah, or Sarah. Says, hi to everyone. I've had this wire for a while. I've a bit afraid to use it, but hope it isn't looking too shabby. Good luck to everyone who enters. I love seeing everyone's designs. That is
Not
nothing
shabby
about that. I
beautiful.
wish I could do something like that. Good luck.
I've got 333. This is beautiful, really delicate. And this is Sharon from Barnsley. I think I might have heard from you.
Hello, Sharon, again. We've had a
Beautiful.
message.
It says, good
You won
morning,
last
JM.
time.
Here's my Wall of Fame entry, and it's made from JM products apart from the jump rings. Sending lots of love, and that's from Sharon. That's beautiful, Sharon. Good luck.
That is wonderful. Thank you
Gorgeous.
for all of those designs. Keep them coming in for the chance to win great prizes. Speaking of prizes, after the break, it's the launch of our competition. Woo! Firework look! We've got the Pantone section coming up. If you're into high-end fashion, then you are in the right place, because after the break, go on it. We'll see you in a second.
Did you know when you book on a JewelleryMaker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our JewelleryMaker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Learn great techniques with this fantastic DVD, Extruder Edition 1. Join guest designer Debbie Bulford and presenter Ed McKay and start creating new, exciting and colourful pieces of polymer clay using the multifunctional extruder tool. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
JewelleryMaker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
Did you know that no matter how many times you purchase with JewelleryMaker in the same day, you'll only be charged one postage and packaging fee?
Here at JewelleryMaker, we like to treat our customers. So to celebrate the fast approaching festive period, we'd like to give you a gift. From this Friday and right across the weekend, if you place an order over the value of £35, we'll send you a free gift. Get into the spirit and join us to kick off the Christmas celebrations.
Here at JewelleryMaker, we love seeing your jewellery creations, learning about your inspiration and reading your blogs. If you write your own craft or jewellery blog, then we'd love to hear from you. Simply tweet us at jewellery_maker UK with your blog link and we'll be in touch.
Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from JewelleryMaker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the JewelleryMaker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on JewelleryMaker. Simply search JewelleryMaker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at JewelleryMaker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewer's Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on JewelleryMaker.
Remember the 5th of November, and I tell you what, you will remember this strand, because just like a firework, it is beaming with light and colour. Hello to everybody. I have got for you in this hour so much. I've got the launch of a competition. You get to win 3 wonderful pieces that the gorgeous Claire has made. Hello Claire, how are you?
I'm really good, thank you.
Now
really
this is a bit of a special star buy. What do you think of it, Claire?
I love it. I know it's my birthstone, so I've got a bit of sentiment attached to it, but yeah, that's a beautiful strand, isn't it? Stunning.
It's just exceptional, isn't it? I'm having a look at this, and do you mind if I get the torch behind it? I hope that's okay with everybody. Because don't forget that the light in here is very, very strong, pointing towards these, because there's a lot of stage lighting essentially pointing towards it, which means gives a big impact on the front, but you don't get to see behind it and through it. You don't have to carry a torch around with you, because obviously in natural light there's light all around you or in your home, but this is so unique a colour. I just have to show you it. When we think of rhodolite garnet, we think red, don't we? This is almost purpley, isn't it? Can you see that? It's almost like a purpley tone, almost a mulberry colour actually, isn't it? And this is natural, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't heated it to give it this absolutely beautiful, delectable hue. It is so elegant in its look, isn't it? Now, we are in our Pantone section. I'll be talking to you more about that later, but this is actually hitting quite a few of the fashion colours for this season. The colour of this is so unique. I don't think I've seen a colouring like this on a garnet before. This is unique, it's individual, and starting off this hour with a premier price point. Brand spanking new rhodolite garnet, unique and natural, $59.95 as it should be priced. Don't forget that I can only guarantee a premier price point for today. At 8 o'clock it will be going back up in price. Your price today. £44.95 is your launch price offer on this, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot guarantee that price point will be repeated at all, but I can say that it will be here today. This, as you know, I said earlier on that for me this gives off some of the Pantone colours. Not only is it a touch of masala, but it is a touch of that amethyst tone as well, isn't it? Which is one of our big colours of this season. It is just, can you see how it kind of pins 2 or 3 of those colours together? It's just such a gorgeous look, a really wonderful, rich, delectable colour, and it is absolutely natural in its appeal. Don't forget, when we're dealing with garnet, we're dealing with one of the most popular gemstones that there are in the world, one of the most loved gemstones out there, and the fact of the matter is that we're bringing you better and better and better quality every single order. I believe, anyway, I believe we are. And to bring you that colouring have you got any rhodolite garnet that's this colour?
I don't think so, no.
Naturally?
No, I haven't. It's very striking, isn't it? Very striking colour.
Really is. It's so warming. Imagine petals with this would be exceptional.
Oh, it would.
It
really
would. And do you know what? With your second kit, do you mind if I pull across a bracelet?
No, that's fine.
You're going to get the chance to win pieces made by Claire today, like this. Imagine with those pearls. Doesn't that just bring out the purple colour even more?
That's lovely.
I love the idea of sort of a few of these interspersed within this design.
Yeah, because you've got that with those facets. You'd only need a couple, wouldn't you? You'd only need a couple.
That one is coming up in the second kit. Well done, people who've treated yourselves to that. Why not? Launch price offer just $44.95 for you today. Okay, whilst that's on your screen, we're going to head on to our Pantone Hour. So, for those who don't know, Pantone is a group, a company essentially, that would classify themselves as kind of being the key designers for colour palettes of a season. Now, Pantone is something that people take very, very seriously. It's in the makeup world, it's in the fashion industry, it's even in the likes of home design. And I don't know if you've noticed, but actually, when you go, I was out shopping for a dress for my friend's wedding last night, and when I went in, the colours that are there, you have got the dried herb colour everywhere, you've got the masala colour everywhere, in clothing, and actually on adverts I've been looking at recently, you'll see, you know, sofas and things in these reds, these burnt umbers, these orangey tones that are all really deriving from Pantone. What happens is, at the beginning of a season, they'll come up with a complementary colour palette, and actually you'll see these being kind of pinned on fashion houses' walls as to how to help them guide their collection, and it is a big thing to look for. So what I'm going to be bringing you in this time is high fashion, workable pieces that have been very much thought out by Pantone, but it means that we can use it in our designs and we know they're going to work beautifully together. I've got some amazing gems in for you in this section. I'm going to start off with Masala. Now, that was their main colour of the year for us. So, I'm going to bring you a cab and a nugget strand. This is perfect for Masala, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh. I'm going to save that cab to show you. Okay, so what I have here is I have that lovely, lovely garnet. This is 3x2 to 7x3 that we have here. Now this colour is called Masala, and what we get with Masala is this really robust kind of red tone. It's a very deep, rich, you almost think of your wine tones that you get with the Masala colouring in there. Very beautiful strand there, and like I said, up to a 7x3. I've got to show you this cabochon. I wonder if the claw's around. I can't see it. Oh no, who's taken my claw? I've got to show you this. Hessonite garnet, one of the rarest garnets on the planet. On our sister channel, pieces that are under under a carat are the most kind of prolific that we bring you. Around about 95-ish% of all that we have on our sister channel is below that. I brought a 5 carat, I think it was, hessonite garnet to you a few months ago when we were in the other building, and I actually took it upstairs for Steve Bennett to see, and sort of, well, I didn't actually, I went to ask him about it because all I'd read was you don't get pieces over 3 carat, it very rarely happens, piece over 2 carat, sorry, very rarely happens indeed ever in the trade. So I went to ask him about this 5 carat hessonite garnet, and he said, we need to double check that because that sounds wrong. I had to get the paperwork for him. We get all the treatments and everything else done upon things. This hasn't had any treatments, but we get all of the labelling and all of the checkpoint paperwork. We have it all online for us to be able to see. And I took that and I took the 5 carat to him, and he said he'd never seen anything like that before. The price, when I told him the price of that, he again double checked. He actually rung the channel manager and asked, are you sure about this, to check it. This has beaten that because it's an 8 carat. This truly is unheard of, pretty much. Obviously it's not because I've got it here, but it is almost unheard of. Let me show you. Look at the light just transpiring through that. Can you see that glow? Isn't it just absolutely phenomenal? The brightness of it, even with the background to it, even with the background to it, it's got this glow. Both absolutely and completely 100% natural. Now, when I took the 5 carat hessonite garnet to Steve, he suggested that it should be around the £100 mark. I've now got an 8 carat hessonite garnet, and don't forget, the more carats in one place, the more inherent value, the more of an investment piece it generally is, and this truly could be an investment piece because we've actually heard that hessonite garnet, because of the rarity of it, may well be put into a category now where it's kind of classified as close to not being there anymore, close to not being mined anymore. I've got both of these today for under £100. Your price point today. That is absolutely mind-boggling. £11.95. Do you know what? Buy this right here, right now, whilst you can, and I say honestly, whilst you can, and then I would make something and I would go and get it valued. Go and get it valued with the hessonite garnet alone in the centre of a piece. You are going to be getting it, from my knowledge and from what we've seen and what we've heard in the trade, you are going to be getting serious high price point quotes on those pieces you make, on those pieces you design. To get 8 carats worth of hessonite garnet in one place for under £100 is an absolute steal, and I can say that without shadow of a doubt because the quality of this is good as well. You know, you can see that glow even from there. I'm not moving this, but if I do move it, can you see that glow internally? It's absolutely phenomenal, isn't it? It gives you a warmth. It does give you this robust warmth that you've got to it. Go and get it valued. Get your authenticity with this. If you want to get the authenticity card, it's only 50p. It's only 50 pence. Or if you're buying online, you can just print off, you know, authenticity there, but get the one, the kind of plastic one for 50p. That's it. I would definitely do that with this. It's only an extra 50p, but why wouldn't you for something like this? Do your research yourself if you want. I've got, actually, okay, I don't want to push you on this. I don't want to push you, but what I'm going to say is I would buy this now. And I want to say to you then, do your research on it, but don't now, because I've got less than 50 of this now, which is a really low amount. I'm so sorry about that, but buy this now, and then use your 30-day money-back guarantee if you're not completely, absolutely over the moon and chuffed. But, you know, I don't want to rush you too much, but please do that quickly, if you get the opportunity to do so. And then do your research in the break on this. Once the break comes in, give yourself, you know, 3 or 4 minutes, just have a little look. In fact, should I do it for you really quickly? I know I've not got long. This is a, oh no, I just let something slip then, didn't I? Eight carat. Sorry, I just let something slip then. I just let slip that when I spell in little letters. I do realise I sound like a muppet. No, it's not even phonetic. It's just I can't do capitals. Yeah, I'm looking online now and I can't even see 8 carat pieces. I can't at all. I can see 2 carat pieces, 2 carat, oh that's a carat over each earring. Okay, 1 carat over each earring, £119, and that's actually the closest I can see. Oh, I can see a 6 carat, but that's again over 2 pieces. There's just no 8 carat. There's just none whatsoever. Oh my gosh, honestly, you're getting yourself something very special here. Get it whilst you can. Last few of those. I'm in my teens. Oh my gosh. Good luck, good luck, good luck to everyone who gets that. Okay, next up, high fashion Amethyst Orchid. And I'm bringing to you a collection of gemstones here, which is actually really great because it's not just an individual gemstone that we're bringing to you. We're actually going to bring you the Amethyst Orchid, and I would say a little bit of the dried herbs as well. I've got a collection of gemstones. I'm going to get them out of this box. Now, limited availability on these, but I tell you what, it's going to be worth it. If you want something that's delectable and something for someone's birthstone, then this is the collection for you. Just look at that. Wow. We've got, actually, I've got kind of 3 of the tones here. I've almost got that cashmere rose as well, haven't I, for the Pantone colours. Very high fashion collection here. If you've got someone who's born in February or someone who's the Aquarius star sign, then this is their stone, and tell you what, they'll have a smile on their face because of the quality of this. So let me talk you through this. For this one, we are focusing on that wonderful amethyst tone. Pantone's given it the name, and what we get with this is a really, really sensual, kind of intriguing and creative colour, because it is intriguing, especially with the quality of this, because you get that elements of the richness, but then you get these hints of pinks as you look into the body, and the kind of lavender tones. It's just a really inspiring strand. And of course, don't forget, with amethyst, we have got the creativity and inspiration stone itself. I've also got the extremely, extremely rare pink amethyst here too. And then you've got the Brazilian green in there also. It's just a wonderful collection, a stunning range. We're going to bring this high quality collection at one price point for you today. Should be. We are rolling this down. I don't believe there's any need to whatsoever, but we're going to. Let's get your bonfire day going with a bang for you today. £29.95, £10 back into your pocket. Now, if you think about it this way, ladies and gentlemen, for this high-end quality, for some of the rarer colours of amethyst, and for those bang-on trend pieces, all you're paying per strand is about £9.99, isn't it? £9.98 approximately. For the quality of this, you'd expect that on a chips and nugget strand for certain amethyst, wouldn't you? Surely you would. Get it whilst you can. A pack of 3 for you today at £29.95. Great birthstone collection there. And if you do want to join us for a birthstone shout, then I have got that on Monday morning for you. Sorry, Tuesday morning, I lied. Tuesday morning for you. That's going to be with Mark. Okay, now Cashmere Rose. I love this colour. It is so, so, so pretty. Oh, hang on. Oh, sorry, I'm looking in the wrong area here. Where's it gone? I love this colour. I really do. I think it's just, when you think Cashmere Rose, you're probably thinking, okay, they're going to bring us a rose quartz. But actually, when you look at the colour, it's not a rose quartz colour. It's totally different feel to it. You're getting more of a tactile pink tone. You're getting more of a tactile, more of a kind of more of an elegant look, actually, I think, with these. You're getting quite that grown-up pink. It's not bubblegum girly kind of you know, candy floss pink. It's quite a grown-up, quite mature, almost a salmon-esque tone, and it's got more of that sort of tactile nature to it, and that is exactly why we've put rhodonite in here. Rhodonite, of course, a very, very epic gemstone in its look, and do you know what I love about these strands? Finally, a collection that's going to give us a little bit of accent, a little bit of an appeal to our designs, because we don't always want big, fat, chunky pieces every single day, do we? Not all of the time. Things like this are going to look great with a bead loom. They're going to look wonderful for just dainty little accents to your pieces. If you joined us yesterday with the lovely Deb Rouge, she kind of used a thread and a needle, didn't she, to sew on those lovely pearls to her design. Things like this would be lovely on that piece, wouldn't they? They'd be really lovely with them. I've got so dainty pieces, but workable. So you've got plain rounds, 4mm. You've got 3mm here in the faceted rounds. How lovely to see a faceted collection. And then you've got the plain rounds in the 2mm. They're workable, but they're going to give you elegance and appeal to your designs. And we don't always get bundles of nice, dainty, delicate gemstones that are the same. It's going to give you a really tactile look. It's going to give you symmetry to look because it's all the same gemstone. And it's going to give you elegant gleam. Your price point today on all three. It's a triple trouble price point for you. Should be £15.85. Not today. We are going to roll it down. It's a bonfire night treat. That is a big, big, big price drop that we've just given this to you. This is an imperial gemstone. This is a gemstone they've been using in pillars of ancient historical buildings. This is something that artists, true artists, have created, you know, sort of very memorable pieces of artwork with this. It is such a high-end gemstone, and to get something at this price point that's got that elegant look, because we don't always get kind of a bundle that is this dainty and look and appeal. Do you know what I mean?
It always, you know what you were saying about the type of pink that it is? It makes me think of, you know, the strawberry creams with the chocolate that you get at Christmas time. That's, to me, it's got a real depth and a creaminess, that pink. I also think it's quite a, I know it's a pink and that you've got the browns in there as well. It's like a unisex, isn't it? It can be quite a unisex strand.
Yeah.
Either
right.
a very, very pretty one or a, you know, a more masculine. I mean, it's really versatile gem.
That's a really good point to make, you know, because it's not bubblegummy, because it's not candy flossy colour, it is going to be great for gents.
Yes.
I could see my dad wearing something like this, very much so, because it's a kind of a modern fashion look, isn't it? Stack of bracelets, stretchy stack of bracelets, all on a bead loom, like I said. I think that looks like something you can just pop on in the morning and it'll give you a little spring in your step. £9.95 for all three, definitely a spring in your step. And don't forget, for me as well, you've got 2mm and 3mm in here. The workman, how much usually are a micro-faceted strand? Exactly. Micro-faceted strands, we've seen £19, £17, £9.95 for them on their own. It's amazing. Well done. Now, I'm going to bring you something which I think is absolutely delectable. When I say fire opal, a lot of you will be instantly thinking of these really bright acidy yellows and citrusy oranges. Actually though, whoa, just notice these are huge. Oh my gosh, never seen anything like this. Anyway, as I was saying, this is much more of that really delectable selection of colours. Look how huge they are. I've never seen them this large. They're absolutely mammoth. The usual size of a fire opal from this location that we get from the USA, they're usually about this size, aren't they? That kind of area. Never seen them that size. That's mammoth. So what you're getting is much more delectable colours with this. You're getting more of those, less of those acidic tones, more of those kind of delectable butterscotches and chocolates and caramels with this fire opal. Now, the colour that this one is said to represent is the cardamom orange that we've got. It's a very welcoming, warming, kind of playful colour that we've got given to us by Pantone. Orange is one of those colours that maybe people think, oh, orange, oh no, it's not quite for me. And I can understand that for maybe some more of your acidic tones, but not for colours like this, because it is more of an amber-esque tone, isn't it? It is more of a chocolate butterscotchy. It's not in your face kind of acid tone, so it's much more wearable for many more people. Your price point today for your USA American Fire Opal should be. The rarity of this is really something that we need to mention, because at the end of the day, we have a year-by-year contract with the area for this mine, a year-by-year. And do we know every year if it's going to get repeated? No. If someone decides to sell the land for something else, then by all means they will. £10 off American Fire Opal. That, for me, is something very, very special indeed. And for such huge pieces as well. I've never seen Fire Opal in this size, American Fire Opal by a 5x2. Extremely rare and Very beautiful indeed. Plenty of you coming through for this today. Lovely to see all of you. Now we have got a competition coming up for you. I'm going to do that with my next bundle for you, with my next piece. So do stay tuned, because you do get the chance to win 3 of wonderful Claire's designs today. Nice work to everyone on this. 35 carats, big selection of your delectable. By the way, less than 20. Can I just mention? Of course, there's less than 20. Look at the size of these. Of course there is. You don't stumble upon pieces of American fire opal every day in that size. I can tell you that for nothing. In fact, Chuck, who's the mine owner, who I've had the pleasure of meeting and chatting to, he has a pendant of one of the first pieces he found, and I've got to say, you know, it's one of the first pieces he found and one of the first pieces he fell in love with, and it's probably only about double the size of that. And that's, you know, rough. That's before it's been cut or anything else like that. It's kind of just a cab shape, really. Well done, everyone. $29.95 for you on that lovely cardamom orange. And it is, isn't it, that? It's got a gorgeous, it's got such a warmth to it. Now, reflecting pond we're going to do now, which is just a really, really, really eye-catching tone. If you're looking for something very, very rich, very delectable. And we're actually going to bring this to you in the best way we can. It's just absolute, to my eye, perfection of a sapphire. The faceting on this is minuscule, giving you maximum kind of flash of light across the surface. It is wonderful African blue sapphire. Now, this one that we're bringing to you, because it's got that lovely, lovely richness. The Pantone colour again on this one was called Reflecting Pond, and what that gives you is this kind of credibility of a gem colour. It gives you this kind of strength and security of a colour, and actually when you look at this gemstone, it looks very credible, doesn't it? You can tell the quality if this is up there. You can tell the kind of inherent value of this is really up there as well. When I've got something that is so epic in its appeal, that is so highly worked by very amazing crafters, then you know it's something special. Your price point today, ladies and gentlemen, people are already checking out on this, as you can see. Should be. Everyone who's already purchased this, all of you at the bottom of my screen who've already getting their hands on this, well done to you, but everyone pays the same price today. We are going to drop the price on this. There's probably no need, in fact I know there's no need, because 20 carat bracelet of blue sapphire anywhere would be more than that, wouldn't it? That is an amazing, amazing price point, isn't it? That is exceptional. How great would this look with my showstopper? Shall I show you it? I will show you it. You might have just seen a VT for this. We're going to be bringing this up for you as my showstopper shortly, an hour or so. Look at this tanzanite.
Wow.
Brand new tanzanite. Under £30.
No way.
Honestly, a shaped tanzanite under £30.
Quite sizable as well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
big chunky pieces. Yeah. Goes great with that sapphire, doesn't it? Coming up later. $34.95. Now I have got another one for Reflecting Pond, which I think is going to spark some imagination as well. And it's this one. It's again very, very deep, very, very rich. Quite a sort of strong tone. And Joe, I love about this, the shape. The shape of this is so fun. Because you've got those kind of button-like looks, haven't you? You've got those plain wheels we have here of your iolite. Now, the lovely thing with iolite, of course, you've got the opportunity for pleochrysm. Oh my gosh, the amount of sheen you're getting from this is absolutely eye-catching. Claire,
Yes.
do me a favour. Can you pop over here? Because I'm absolutely blown away by the quality of this. Now, it's almost impossible for people to see at home, but if I hold this here, if we look in kind of those 3 gemstones there, you see how you've got blue? Can you see that? Now, tell me what colours you're seeing as I move it. What colours are they changing to?
I'm seeing like almost seeing like a moonstone-y type effect. You know when you've got the... Let me just shade it a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a camera there, Claire.
Oh, sorry.
All people saw then was your hands
Sorry.
going. It's like you're trying to keep a secret. Can you see?
It's almost like like a moody cloud type effect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you almost see golden tones as well?
Yeah, especially in
on the larger
yeah.
ones. Now it's
one
interesting.
here, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'll stop. Shall I go away now? Can I pinch my challenge while I'm here? And then I'll go over this side.
Anything else you want?
No, I'm all right. Thanks. I might have that sapphire, thanks, or tanzanite if it's on offer.
Oh, this is such great quality. You can buy the tanzanite.
Thank you.
You
Do I
can
get
buy
given
it.
the sapphire then? No?
Yeah. So, well, we were going to give it to you actually.
You change your mind now.
But we've changed our mind. No. I've got this beautiful, I've been talking about the different colours, it's because it has got this pleochrysm to it. And what you get with this quality is, look at it in one way, and then as the light moves through it, you get these areas that do appear kind of golden tones. It's hard for you to see. I wonder if I get the torch behind it, if that'll help. It probably won't, but you know me, I like to try out things. Just do. So I hope this doesn't, sort of. So if I'm moving it a tiny bit, oh yeah, in fact on the bigger ones, okay, hang on, wait, let me see this fatter one sort of here. Keep your eyes on that one. Can you see how it's like goldeny there? Can you see it? If I put it right in the middle, that seems to be the middle of the screen for me. See how it's goldy? Now as I'm turning it, see how it's gone blue? Can you see that? That one there, hang on, this one, you there. See how it's going from blue, still blue, it's going more goldeny now. So as I move the angle of it, there's quite a few that are doing it, it's just, did you see it? Yeah? Yeah. So that's what happens with this gemstone. It's great quality, that shows. Your price point today, on your Iolite, the arrow's dropping this price down. You are absolutely giraffing me. No way!
It just doesn't correspond, does it, with that strand?
Honestly, no chance whatsoever. No way on earth would I have imagined that. No way on earth. Can I be honest with you? The price point that I was expecting, which is why I'm kind of talking about the pleochrysm, and then I showed you it with the torch, and as I was looking I was like, wow, even they can see that with the torch, so this is high quality, so I could tell it even more. I'll be completely and absolutely honest, I was going to be guessing for this $19.95. That was my go-to guess at a jewellery maker price point. We've dropped it to £6.95. That, for this quality and this shape, is phenomenal. We don't get to see this shape very often at all, and we do not get to see this quality at all. What price point would you have guessed at? Be honest.
I thought about £30. That's what I thought, because they are, especially with that shape.
Yeah.
They're crammed on, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Loads
of them.
when
you cut that strand, I think you'd be really, really surprised just how many gems you're getting on there.
Yeah.
And don't forget, with that shape, you don't have to have it. You can wire them so that they lie flat. So you've got almost like, well, probably double or triple that length if you sort of laid them out slightly differently.
Yeah, I think that is phenomenal. And do you know what? These look great with the early bird. You know the early bird, the bars that we had on the early bird. Oh, I think it's been taken away. You know the lapis. Oh no, it's here. You know these ones? I had 2 of these and a strand of hematite, which took it to a ridiculous price. Imagine these interspersed in each, because it might not look like much now, but obviously these all separate and go along the neckline, but because there's golds in this, that would look phenomenal. So at the bottom of your screen now, 2 of these and a strand, $7.95. Silly price. We're gonna, whilst you're all absolutely sort of flying in for this, we're gonna launch our competition. So the competition today is all based around colour, for the colour section. We're gonna have 3 questions for you. Do not message in when you get the first question, because what we're going to do is we are going to wait for you to have all 3 questions, then we'll get you to message in with the 3 answers, and then you get the chance to win 3 of Claire's pieces. So here is your first question. What is said to be the first colour a baby sees? What is said to be the first colour a baby sees? Do we know? Claire?
I don't know it, but I'm staying
ideas?
quiet because
Okay.
I have a tendency, don't I, to blurt them out.
Yes,
so
you do.
I'm staying quiet. I haven't got a clue.
But you really don't have a clue?
No.
So you're staying quiet about...
Anyway, just to be
in
doubly
case.
safe. Yes.
Okay, good. Haven't got a clue. So that's your first question for you. 2 more coming up. Write the answer to that question down. We will not be repeating them. So do write that down whilst you can. Very popular, that. Not that many left at all. Biscay Bay is coming up next for you. And it is this bright, bright, bright blue. Biscay Bay.
Wow.
That
That is blue, 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 isn't it?
This is blue, blue, isn't it? Blue, 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 blue. Does anyone remember that really irritating song? Sorry, it's just coming to my head.
Oh, yeah.
I'm blue and I'm running. Oh, goodness. Oh, it's going to be in my head all week now. This is, ladies and gentlemen, your Madagascan Neon Apatite. And yes, that colour is phenomenal, isn't it? You have got this wonderful Biscay Bay tone. Again, another one of those tones of this season. This is very much one of the more party colours of this season that we've got. And what it does is it's an interesting colour, because what it does is it takes the serenity of a blue and then it gives it that invigoration of this brightness and almost the green element behind it. It's a really unique colour. This gemstone here hits the target on it perfectly. It's party, it's fun, it's winter, it's frozen-esque, and it's a really lengthy strand, ladies and gentlemen. Great quality in this. I've got to say, it's one of the best neon apatites I've ever seen. In fact, any neon gemstone, it's one of the best ones that I've seen. It's got a lovely symmetry in the colour to it as well. 48 carats worth here. Your price point today on this one should be $39.95. And again, imagine this is my tanzanite I've got coming up in a little bit for you as my showstopper. We are going to roll it down. This is £40 worth of quality. In other places it would be more, but here at JewelleryMaker it is £40 worth of quality. We're bringing it to you at £29.95 today though. We've taken the price point down of that dramatically for you all today. So really, really a great time for you to treat yourself to one of the most exotic gemstones that there are in the world. It's just something so, so special and very epic indeed. And if I pop that next to it as well, it looks so, so high-end, doesn't it? Look at them. That really gives it a fun pop, doesn't it? Makes it quite contemporary. Well done to everyone. $29.95 for your bargain price point there, and a big money off price. Well done to everyone. Got loads of these to fit in, which is good fun, isn't it, to look at something a little bit different. I'm going to bring you Stormy Weathers now. Now, Stormy Weathers is a really wonderful colour, and of course, we wouldn't be able to bring you this section without bringing you one of your favourite gems, and this just hits the nail on the head. Oh, wow. Isn't that quality just phenomenal? And do you know what I love as well? I love the fact that we've got this for that stormy colour, and it's got those raindrop-like shapes. It's just me. It's little things like that really do put a smile on my face. And the quality of this is, well, it's obvious, isn't it? It's stating it itself. I don't have to tell you about the quality of this. Never been seen by us here on the morning show ever before. And what you're getting with this wonderful kind of stormy colour is you're getting this sort of dependable look, aren't you? It's a very strong and dependable look. It's just wonderful. Let me show you the quality, because I know that big centre one's kind of hitting it, but actually, look how the colour of this just spans over it all. It's just such a look of this. Do you know, it's got a real luxurious feel about it, this colour, hasn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's got a really dependable strength about it. Really would. Oh, it'd be good for the light falls. Yeah, of course it would. Great idea. You've got a lot of colour on this, a lot of that light bouncing around, and you've got one price point for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Astonishing quality, safe to say. And yes, those are the arrows that tell us we're going on a roller coaster and the price is going one way. £21.95 for you today on this. That price point is just sensational. I think I just said a roller coaster price, and now my team is talking about the Bewitched roller coaster song. I remember it, can I just say? Bewitched, yeah. I have two embarrassing stories. Number one, the Bewitched album was the first album I ever bought. Number two, you know the roller coaster bit. I did that as a GCSE music, and me and my friends stood singing, and we did the actions and everything. Yeah, it was allowed. It was allowed, and it was. We didn't do the double down in though. Do you remember Bewitched?
Yeah, a little bit, I think.
A little bit.
A little bit. I'm a bit older, aren't I? So it was.
Speaking of Bewitched, this reminds me of Blame It on the Weatherman. If any of you are a big fan, because it does look like huge raindrops on a stormy evening. Bringing it back to Pantone, this is how we do this. £21.95. It's just absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? It's just wonderful. Well done to everyone. Do check out the baskets. Drop that down pretty for you. Desert Sage. Sage. I'm bringing to you now. And you know what? Think of a neutral colour. You might be thinking of like a nude, but actually when you think of nude colour, that will have elements of pinks in there, won't it? Which isn't totally neutral. You might be thinking of black and white, and they are kind of neutral colours in a sense, but they're actually quite strong tones, aren't they? This colour that we're bringing to you now, described as Desert Sage, is, and it's said by Pantone, they say on their website, it is the ideal neutral. And do you know what? When you think about it, I really do agree. Take a look. It is, isn't it? It's not pinky, it's not black, it's not white, it's kind of the in-between. It's the ideal neutral is what the Pantone themselves say. And because it's an ideal neutral, it's got to be timeless, hasn't it? It's kind of unobstructive, isn't it? It's not overly brash or crass or in your face. It's very unobstructive. But the fact of the matter is that we've got big pieces in here. Because you've got such a modern, and can I just state, you know, the quality of this is absolutely astonishing. I think, possibly for the first time ever, I could go along this entire strand and show you shiller and sheen on every single piece, but I just don't have time, although I'm sort of halfway there now. Shiller and sheen on each and every one. You have got just such an abundance of quality here, you really do. And because it's an ideal neutral, it's going to be a perfect base for anything. It really, really will. Your price point today on this wonderful grey moonstone. I've got handfuls of people checking this out. Do you know what? I believe, personally, that everyone deserves to have a great quality moonstone. And so I'm going to help you do that today. We've gone to the lowest ever price point, £19.95. It's never, ever, ever been that low in price before. Because you've got so much surface area on these, you get more of that impact from the shiller and the sheen. Because we've got so much quality on this, you've got a high-end strand. But because we've taken the price to the lowest ever price, you have got yourself a complete, true bargain. Everyone should have a really great moonstone in their collection. And when you've got an ideal neutral like this, it is something that you can work with anything. I mean, imagine with the tanzanite. That looks exceptional, doesn't it? And it can stand up to it as well. What about with my Colombian emerald, which I am so excited to bring to you? I'm going to do something very naughty with that later. It works, doesn't it? It works. I'm going to put it as well with something really bright. You see, it's working with every single one. That's what I mean. It's this ideal neutral. I've gone from really, really bright and bold to something kind of quite tender and delicate, and every single one works. It is an ideal neutral. And with these huge pieces as well, you can do just the biggest kind of neckline piece. Just imagine the middle one on a piece of chain. Imagine that, just on a piece of chain, just one piece there in the centre. I would absolutely, hands down, be happy to pay £20 for that one piece on a lovely piece of chain. And I'd wear it every day. It would really catch your eye, wouldn't it? I think astonishing. Well done, everyone. Good price there on your Desert Sage, lowest ever price point. Now, dried herb. I thought you said dried pears then. I couldn't remember that colour. Dried pears, actually, sounds quite nice. Yeah, I've got for you dried herb now. You've got dried herb here. And how great is this going to go with the challenge that we've given to the wonderful Claire, because it is the same gemstone here. Dried herb is one of the most popular colours here for the Pantone tones. The dried herb is this one over here, this wonderful green colour over here. It's got a real nice brightness to it, but again, a very mature tone, isn't it? What we have with the dried herb is you have something that once used to be seen as quite a military colour, but now actually it's seen more of kind of an earthy elegance. And actually we know that military's in, and it's been in when we look at the likes of your tailoring. It's huge out there, isn't it? Military look, whether it be the colour or not of those kind of khaki colours. You think all of the what was I thinking of? Oh, the tailoring of it. It's very angular, isn't it? Very angular for ladies and for gents. And you know, it's even just on regular coats now. They've got kind of the buttons on this section here, or big lapels, or it's something very fashionable right now in the design. But what that is essentially what you've got here. You've got something that used to be reserved for that kind of military look, but now is given this status of kind of a really earthy elegance. It's a beautiful colour, a very exciting stone to get your hands on, and the price point on this one today is just £6.95 for you on this one today. It is really astonishing price point for something that is centre drilled, so it's easy to work with. It's got a lovely sheen to it, and every single one is unique. You're unique, your friends are unique, every single one of us is unique and different. You know, none of us are perfect, none of us are like, you know, our best friends or our family member, and that's what these are like. They're all unique and they're not perfect. You know, there isn't one that you can look at and go, that is the perfect unite, because they're all so different, and it's going to give different appeal to your designs and make every single piece you make, even if you do the same design with these, every single piece will be unique. And that's what we want, isn't it? We want versatility. We want people to be different. We don't want everyone to be exactly the same, do you? That's a good idea with the firework design we did earlier on. That'd be lovely, really pretty. Look, well done everyone, £6.95 on that. Nice work. And now I've got the last one for this section. Oh, oak buff, this is called. Not oak breath, as I heard. I've looked at all these coloured, you know, I've got them written down here. Oak breath. Okay, which one, sorry, my love? Oh, 8 AM, sorry, looking in totally the wrong area. You're going to like this one, it's a bit of a funky bundle. Antiques bronze wire I've got, and it's 0.6. Great little piece to have in there, and I've paired it with something. Get ready. Look at that! This is your oak buff. It's warming, it's comforting, and obviously these aren't tree designs, but actually when you look at them quickly at a glance, they could kind of strike you for that, because it's got that lovely Aztec design on the top of them, but that kind of speckled effect of almost a bark-like look underneath. So oak buff for this is really a spectacular kind of, I don't think I've ever said buff so much on telly. Oh, nice. You've got 450 carats worth on these, and you've got a big amount. If I pop this around the back of my neck, that's touching at the back of the neck. Looks fantastic, doesn't it? This could be gents macrame, absolutely could be. This could be a light pull, couldn't it? This could be an individual drop, couldn't it? Just on a head pin, individual drop for a lady. Because we don't all, every single day, want really highly faceted, really blingy, really in your face for everyday wear, do we? Sometimes you just want to pop something on that goes over the head, that just hangs nicely and just puts a little bit of a spring in your step. People are coming in for this already. By the way, the size on these are a 40 by 14 and they are genuine agate. I just think it's antique red agate. Nice description. And you've got that antiques bronze as well. The price point today on these pair, great price, because for £14 a strand like that for that many gemstones in that much size is really great. That price though is unforgettable, isn't it? You've got a 0.6 in here and you've got that massive strand of that antiques red agate for £9.95 today. I mean, think about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 gemstones on here, so 8 big focal centre pieces. Obviously yours might be slightly different, you might have slightly more, you might have slightly less, but they're big, they're bold, they're unique. This isn't the type of strands you'll see coming up, you know, 3 or 4 times in a day, is it? This is a standout strand. This is something you're going to remember on your bonfire night. That is that wonderful, wonderful oak buff, very warming, kind of mellow, quite a nice comforting colour, isn't it? So do get your hands on that pairing whilst you can, because that price alone for the gemstones is sensational. So £9.95, well done. That is our Pantone section, and we've still got a bit of time, so we are going to cram in some goodies for you now. Don't forget that the lovely Tanzanite's coming up for you very soon. Now, this one actually goes perfectly with the Pantone colour. This one, yeah? The Amethyst. Oh wait, sorry, isn't that the number you gave me? Oh, I'm going on the wrong thing entirely. We'll do the other one for you in a second. This one goes great with that amethyst colour though, doesn't it? I adore these shards. If you wanted to create a design, you know, that was really big, bold, you've absolutely got it here, haven't you? These are coming at you right now. They've got that multi-colour effect to them, which is just so eye-catching. Again, I am going to get the torch out for you because I just want you to see, as I go across each of them, how each one tells a different tale, how each one shows a different part of the actual Mother Nature's gemstone, how each one gives you just this different tale. It's just a spectacular strand. Unique, individual. These are your elongated, faceted shards. Your price point today for this unique strand is crashing down. We are rolling this down in price point for you. If you want something unique and individual, you've got it here. Imagine it with that lapis lazuli I had for my early bird. £14.95. I'll be completely honest, if you saw something like this at, you know, kind of a health and spirit, you know, kind of fair, one of those types of fairs, I think price point wise you could go really, really, really high up there with this. I mean really high up there. In particular, if people believe in kind of the healing properties that certain people, obviously can't say it's true or not, but certain people believe in the healing properties of amethyst that's natural like this, well then you really have got something not to be missed there. Please check out those baskets because I don't have many of these left at all, and there are plenty of you coming down. We did roll that price down. I don't think there's need to at all, but a really unique strand there for you. Well done everyone. £14.95. Check out, please, 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 please. Lots of you coming in for that. Turquoise. Did you get that Larimar yesterday? You lot loved it. I brought you, if you didn't see it, I brought you massive, huge pieces of Larimar. I shouldn't really talk about this now because the price will have gone back up by £20 because we dropped it. Because we can. We dropped it in price. But yeah, if you bought those gorgeous Larimar, they're going to be with you in a few days. Imagine one of these on either side. You know, just to add a bit of a pop, a bit of vibrancy, if you wanted to. And, of course, the rarity of this is up there as well. What you have here is you have a lovely turquoise strand. You've got 40 carats worth of this, and these are your graduated faceted ovals. They're an 11 by 7 in areas. Of course, we know that turquoise itself is extremely rare. Yeah, I had that Sleeping Beauty turquoise on for you the other day, didn't I? Do you remember I had that Sleeping Beauty turquoise? And I might have some coming up on Monday. Got some more on Monday. It's got beautiful high-end look piece in there. You've got such a high-end look because it is a high-end gemstone, and you have got those elements of the kind of metallics running through it as well. It's bright, it's breezy, it's yours for one price point, faceted as well, which is rare. Should be, and of course it should be that price point, and I say should be in that way because this is turquoise. It's going, gone. It really is in certain areas in particular. Your price point today, we've rolled it down, £57.95. That's a big chunk of money, and my producer Helena has just taken this to the lowest ever price point. So that really is a wonderful price for you today. Not many left of them at all. I've just been told we are now in the last chance saloon for it, so please do get your hands on that one whilst you have the opportunity to do so. Don't forget, showstopper coming up for you in a short while of my tanzanite, and trust me, it's worth waiting for. I can tell you that for nothing. 40 carats worth, extremely rare turquoise. Well done, everyone. Lowest ever price point. It won't be going lower than that price because if we did take more money off that, we'd essentially be losing money on it. So get it at the best price you can for those last few. I'm in my 20s on this now. Well done, everyone, for getting that. Which one did you say, love, or did you not? Maybe I'm just making up that you did. 8 a.m. hour. I've got... Oh, there it is. Oh, there's a couple of strands. Hey, again, this goes for the Stormy Skies colours, doesn't it? I like this strand a lot. I like this strand so much. I'd just do that. I would just do that. How eye-catching is that? That is so pretty. Look at the quality as well of that Schiller. Isn't that like a cat's eye look? Whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't know why I'm doing that sound effect, sorry. Isn't it? It's like a cat's eye look. And because of the shape of them as well, you've got that too. Really great quality. Oh, I love that one. Blimey. Look at those. Great quality. You've got lovely sizing on these. Indeed, let me hold it there. Got great sizes on these, up to a 21 by 10 in the centre, but a nice and dainty 9 by 5 on the centre. I've then got Labradorite drop style, let me find them, drop style nuggets there it is. Gorgeous Labradorite strand here. Again, quality that absolutely will blow you away. You've got those lovely 150 carats worth there, and these are 13 by 10 in areas. You, from where you are in these bleachy lights, can see, you know, labradorescence in areas, and you know that's hard for us to show. It's hard for us to see, but you absolutely can. You can see kind of blue tones. Doesn't that look gorgeous together? The Labradorite with that wonderful Schiller from the Moonstone as well. What a great pairing. Your price point today should be £16.85, shy of £17, but we're going to drop it down for you today. Your price point actually today, for those Stormy Sky Pantone-esque colours, we're rolling it down. £10.95. and you're getting a double strand with it as well. Oh my goodness, because I knew the price we talked about going to on this, and the fact of the matter is that I didn't realise you were getting that other strand with it. So that price point for me now is completely mind-boggling, especially for the quality. Again, being completely honest with you, I would be happy to pay that for this one strand of moonstone, because I've never seen anything like that. This is a huge amount. Look, double strand, top jeweled nuggets, and that sensational moonstone as well. Just a I'm so excited by these strands. They're really beautiful. Well done to everyone who's getting their hands on this today. £10.95. Don't forget, I've got more competition questions coming up very, very shortly. I've got more treats and deals to offer you. I've got more demonstrations. I've got more people coming in than we probably have of quantity of this, if I'm honest. So do keep your hands on this whilst you can. It's just a sensational look. I've got more and more treats and goodies coming up. I've got the Tanzanite coming up for you, which I think you're going to fall in love with when you look at it, and then you're going to be buying 3 when you see the price. And I've also got that Colombian emerald, of which we've been very naughty. But right here, right now, whilst you're all checking out, let's have a look at your Wall of Fames. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Wall of Fame, and it's our final one of today, and Claire's going to start off.
Look at this, beautiful.
Love that paisley like, isn't it?
336. And this is Katie. I'm not sure where Katie's from. It says, hi, my mum adores paisley designs, and I've been wanting to make her a wirework one for a long time, but never found the right design. That is until I saw Rachel Norris's beautiful paisley piece. Using lovely coloured wire from JM and some beads from my stash, I set about making my version of it. It's by far the most ambitious and time-consuming project I've done, but worth it, as I'm pleased to say my mum absolutely loves it. Please pass on my thanks to Rachel for sharing her wonderful design in such detail and making it possible for me to make this. Oh, that's lovely. It's a nice story behind it, isn't it?
It's a really nice piece. I'm
liked
not
it.
surprised your mum loved it, and we will pass on those comments. 334 here. Ooh. This is lovely with that first Pantone bundle I did, actually. This is from Julie in Crawley. Hello all at JewelleryMaker. Here is my entry. I made it with amethyst, nuggets and pearls. Oh, from JM. I hope you like it. And it gets picked. And it gets picked for the Wall of Fame. I bought them a while ago, but was waiting for inspiration. It's quite a simple design, quite classic, but I think the pearls are perfect with the amethyst. Thanks for all the glorious beads and great show. Please, can I have a win? As I have been waiting a long time and not been lucky, although my designs have not been on the wall several times. Sometimes that is more exciting. Love from Julie. Hi Julie. Well, your design's been picked and shown today. Thank you for sending that in. 334's your number.
Got 337. This is wonderful wirework here, prong setting, and this is from Anne. It says, hi everyone, here is my entry to the Wall of Fame. 2 beautiful agate slices. I've wire wrapped them with JM's fantastic wire. All parts are from JM. Just love the new format. All the presenters and designers are amazing. And in the background staff get involved as well. I've never known anything like your channel, so warm and friendly. It comes across the airwaves to our home. Products are even better when at home, and that's from Anne. That's wonderful, Anne. Really lovely work.
Such a sweet
really
email
nice.
as well.
Yeah.
That's
Anne
really
White,
nice.
that is. Sorry.
Anne, that's really sweet of you. Thank you very much. And it is nice when everyone gets involved, isn't it, Kerry? Wave, Kerry! Wave, Kerry! Oh, she's... Hair's looking rough from the back, Kerry. She's just gone, ooh! £10.95 for you on the stormy weather, just told it's low stock now. We've got 335 here, and this is Gainer. Hello all. Here's my latest entry. It's been inspired by Claire McDonald.
Who's
that?
That's me.
That's me. Whose work I absolutely love.
Aww.
The bangles have been made with 0.8 wire and 7mm hematite hearts and 0.8 bronze and freshwater cultured pearls, all from JM. Hoping for my first win for me, but good luck to everyone else. And that is from Gaynor in Nottingham.
Oh, thanks, Gaynor. That's lovely. Done a lovely job.
Very
as well.
good, isn't she?
Thank you.
Very good. 335.
This is beautiful. So this is gizmo work. Lovely gizmo work.
We brought the gizmo earlier.
338. And this is from Hilary in Manchester. It says, here's my latest make, which looks really lovely, even if I say so myself. Wire and faceted hematite, all from JM, of course, and that's from Hilary. That's lovely, Hilary. Good luck.
Thank you for that,
Really,
Hilary.
really nice.
Okie pokey, piggity pokey. After the break, we have some demonstrations. What are we expecting?
Floral, pearls, beautiful. See, I've done the 3-word game without even being
High five me on that.
asked.
That was epic. I'm so proud of you.
I know, yeah. Just
That's
came,
really
just like came
good.
naturally.
Wow.
That's the end of it now, so we don't do any more this morning.
Okay, I'll let you off this time. Okay, folks, after the break, we have that, and we have sensational, amazing price points, real deal, Russian chrome dioxide. That's coming up and more. See you in a few minutes.
Good morning, Jewellery Maker!
The 5th of November is Bonfire Night, and in the dark the skies are alight. Rockets, whistlers and explosive reveals, so be sure to join Jewellery Maker for our very special deals. Tanzanite is truly spectacular. This precious gemstone is only found in one location in the world, Tanzania, Africa. Claimed to be 1,000 times rarer than diamonds, Tanzanite is the blue variety of zoisite. Tanzanite is extremely popular due to its trichroic nature, which means that 3 different colours can be seen when looking at the gem from different angles. In Tanzanite's case, these colours are blue, pinkish violet and yellow.
Join us this December at our Gemporia Christmas Ball. Meet your favourite faces from across the channels and enjoy an evening of festive fun as we head back to Warwickshire to the beautiful Wroxall Abbey. Tickets are more limited than last year, but priced at £89 per person, they're already selling out fast. The evening includes a welcome drink, 3-course meal and a chance to dance as the lounge's very own Drew Nichols will again be singing with his band Alfonso's Pancake Breakfast. With auction prizes to bid on and raffle prizes to be won, the evening will be raising money for the Colourful Life Foundation. So don't delay, book your tickets today on 0333 400 0011. See you at Christmas.
Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from Jewellery Maker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the Jewellery Maker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on Jewellery Maker. Simply search Jewellery Maker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at Jewellery Maker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewer's Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on Jewellery Maker. If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
when this runs out, and it will, prices will go through the stratosphere. Sorry, just to let you know, I've got the wrong graphics up on the screen right now. Sorry about that. Wrong graphics up on the screen. We're going to put in the correct ones. This is the real deal. The one that came up on your screen now, you can buy it if you want to, absolutely. In fact, I'll show it you later on. That is dioxide. This is your Russian chrome dioxide. Brand new. Can I have my call screens up, please? I'm really looking forward to seeing people going a loop-de-loop around the bend, doing backflips on this. Now, this gemstone, for those who don't know, is one of the rarest gemstones there are in the world. So I'm just getting up JewelleryMaker page. The fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, that when we bring to you chrome dioxide, we're bringing you a gemstone which is extremely rare. Extremely, extremely rare. Because it is from the most difficult region in the world to get your gemstones. If you're not sure about it, what I have here in front of me now is a place that's so cold, it's so difficult to get your hands on, that the miners actually refer to the region and refer to the coldness of the area of whisper of the stars temperature. So basically this is from a location in Russia. It's the one main location. You can get dioxide from pretty much all over the world. You can get it from lots and lots of different areas, including the likes of Brazil. We get a lot of dioxide from Brazil. This is chrome dioxide from Russia. And the location itself is so cold, we can only mine this for 3 months of the year. Because the rest of the time, it is basically, you can't, it's not humanly possible to go up there, it's so cold. The temperatures drop. Bearing in mind, when it gets a bit cold outside here, it can reach what? -4, -5 maybe, can't it? -10 even, maybe, round here. Maybe in England, in Russia, in the location we get this in winter, it can reach -70 degrees C. When they mine this, they mine it in the summer months. Even then, it's around about -40 to -60 degrees C, depending on the day, depending on the weather. So even then, it's so cold and so difficult to get your hands on. Now, they have a saying, the miners, in the summer months. And the saying is, it's like whisper of the stars. Whisper of the stars is something that relates to talking. So when the miners are communicating with each other, this is in the summer months, in those 3 months, we can mine this in the year. When the miners speak to each other, communicate, talk to each other, it is so cold in the summer months that their breath freezes in midair and audibly hits the ground. That's how cold it is. So if I was in those conditions now, as I was talking, the breath would be coming out of my mouth and you'd be able to hear. That's how cold it is. That makes this gemstone incredibly difficult to get your hands on. That makes this gemstone incredibly rare. That also makes this gemstone incredibly popular, because how amazing to say that you've got a gemstone that's only mined for 3 months of the year. This is one of the more expensive gemstones that you can get out there, and I've got to say, our prices on the website are phenomenal. If I may just show you our website now, if I may just spin this around, chrome dioxide on here, whoop. Chrome dioxide, this is our website at the moment. We don't even have a full page worth. That's how rare this gemstone is. We love chrome dioxide. We don't even get a page worth. Let me show you. You know, you've got one in that collection, £14.95. You've got £85. You've got £20 there. Wow. You've got £44. You've got £37. Nuggets. That's what we want, isn't it? We've got nugget strand. There's a nugget, $14.95. We've got nuggets here, haven't we? $14.95. But other prices, you know, going up, $16.95 for you, $19.95 for just one. So that's the closest one we've got, isn't it? $14.95. That's a great price point for nuggets. Great price. Today, we're going to beat that. And I don't mean by a pound. That is the lowest price we are allowed to go to here at Jewellery Maker. That price point for this strand is one of the rarest strands in the world. The colour of this, by the way, is one of the better colours. Again, I'm going to get my torch out for you so that you can really appreciate that colour. In fact, it's already quite vibrant, but look as I get that out and you can see that light bounding through it. The quality of it is absolutely astonishing, don't you think? And don't forget as well, with chrome dioxide, ladies and gentlemen, I have got one of the rarest gemstones in the world. I have got one of the most loved gemstones in the world, and I have got for you one of the most beautiful green gemstones there is. It's very complimentary, it's very in fashion. I have got for you not very many of these left, I'll be honest, not many of these left whatsoever. If you want it, you've got to come in and get it quickly. I've got less than 100 of these, and I know it sounds like a lot, but I tell you, if you could see my phone lines, you would be rushing very quickly, because there's people on the phone. I can't see the phone lines, but I can see people in their baskets on the web. There's a few of you there as well. So £6.95. You're getting one of the rarer gemstones in the world in a really beautiful green colour for the price of a shell. Almost doesn't compute, does it? What do you think? Did you expect to ever see chrome dioxide at £6.95?
No, not at all. Not at all, because like when you say all the, you know, the history that's with it, and you know, I mean, that the thing about the breath is amazing, isn't it? It's up, you know, you can't really imagine those conditions. Yeah. So, you know, how lucky are we to have it at that price? To be able to get it and to be able to have it at that price. And if I show you it with one of my star buys later on, this was nearly our showstopper, but we have to have that tanzanite because it's just so eye-catching. But look, because you've got Colombian emerald, i.e. to many the best location to get your emerald in the world, and because you've got chrome dioxide from Russia, i.e. to some the best place to buy your dioxide in the world, they work together in status and in appeal, don't they? They really work well. I've got people buying a lot of this beautiful strand of your nuggets there, and you know what, at that price, absolutely do it. I've got people close to getting double figures in amount of this. I won't name names, but yeah, people getting 7/8 of these. So, and I would, because you know what, at that price point, you could buy some of the individual strands. You know that nugget strand I showed you earlier on? You could buy 2 of these and still got change back for the price of that one. I have some of your chrome dioxide. It's like looking through a treetop canopy into the Emerald City. Amazing! Oh, Laurie, you should write poetry, pet. That's lovely.
Oh, shouldn't you? Isn't that nice?
Yeah, it is. Very descriptive. That's really good.
Oh, I like it though. I can see what you're saying. I really can. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, once everybody checks out, I'll have about 20 left. Yes, that price is correct. Get it whilst you can. We've got a competition on today, and we're going to do a kit for you in a second, but I'm going to bring on your competition question now, if that's okay with you. We've already had one. We've got 3 today. The rules are as follows. Wait until you get all 3 questions, and then you can text us in. You get the chance to win 3 of Claire's beautiful pieces today. Here's your second question. Second question for you today is, what colour is naranja? What colour is naranja? Claire, do I dare even ask if you know this or not?
Not a clue. I'm not doing very well so far, am I?
You've got 0 out of 2 so far.
I have.
So I would say needs improvement.
It does a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe the third one's for you.
Maybe.
Maybe the third
Fingers
one's for
crossed.
You. Fingers crossed. Hey, you could win your own designs.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
No, I'm joking, you can't enter.
Oh.
So do wait for those ones. Well done to everyone. Not many of those left at all. Getting that. Okay, we've got the kit and we're going to split it into 2 parts today. I've got a serious amount of wire coming up in my second part. Biggest amount of wire I've seen in one place in ages. But I've got your gemstones here now. We're going to be quick on this because we want to get started on Claire's demo. I really love this strand.
Some gorgeous strands in there.
Really pretty.
It's lovely, isn't it?
How fab is this, the strand? The colours, it's a really nice multicoloured strand, but the multicolour of the pyrite isn't as usual. Look, aren't they pretty? Don't forget it's bonfire night. Remember the 5th of November. Gunpowder, treason and plot. I love bonfire night. And you have got some kind of beautiful warming colours throughout there, haven't you? A little bit like fireworks. I've also got in here, these look like spacer beads, don't they?
It's a very pretty, at first look they do, but then, I mean, I just think that's a really pretty colour. Like a
copper, isn't it? It's a proper copper.
Yeah, but a bit, quite peachy as well. It's got I think it's a lovely,
You're right,
it's a really unusual.
If I show you with the actual copper wire that I've got coming up in the second bit, you can see it's got a little element of the pink, but it's so complementary, isn't it?
Works beautifully with it.
Works really nicely with that. So you've got that strand. It is a genuine gemstone. It's actually pyrite you've got for you there. It looks like some of the most glamorous spacers, doesn't it? And then I've got these 2 strands, which I think are, well, in your pieces, definitely the focal, aren't they?
They are. I mean, that purple is brilliant. Wonderful shapes. Obviously, they're beautiful pearls as well, but, you know, the colour, everything about them.
It's just mesmerising, isn't it? It's rich, it's sumptuous, it's really a beautiful colour. These ones are your pearls. You've got 10 by 8 on the rice beads ones, drilled through at the longest point, giving you a nice elongation. And then you've also got the nuggets as well. And those are around about a 9 by 6. So you've got luxury sizes in areas across both of those strands. We're going to bring in a great price. Sweet like chocolate. Bye. Do you remember that song? Do you remember that song?
I do, yeah, I do.
Sweet like chocolate boy. Sweet like £17.95 for you on all of those today. Working out around about, well, it's a third off. We've taken over a third off on the price of this one. It's around about, how much per strand did we work it out? We did work it out the other day, but I didn't write it down. Oh, what am I like? I never do that. Price point today, approximately, for all 4 strands, working out individually. Oh, golly, says Helena. A calculator's being silly. We'll work it out. Well done, everybody, for getting your hands on those ones today. It's lovely to have all 4 of those strands. And it's approximately £4.48 per strand. So a wonderful price there. Now we're going to go and nosy. I'm bringing the wire because we're going to launch the wire over with wonderful Claire, and we're going to have a little look at her pieces as well. Let me grab this and this. I'll take the wire. I've got some pliers coming up as well to keep your eyes peeled for. Good for wire smoothing.
Ooh.
I can't say much more though. I most certainly won't be able to reference something specific about it later. Anyway, we've got lots and lots coming up for you in this time. Hello, Claire.
Hello, Becky.
How are you?
I'm really good, thanks.
As a challenge?
It's going very well.
Yeah, popular.
Very well.
Yeah. We've got lots of pieces in your sweet like chocolate. These pieces are just flabbergastingly beautiful.
Thanks very much.
I mean, genuinely. I cannot wait to try on some of these pieces. They're really just so elegant. What was your inspiration, Claire?
Well, the swirling really, you know, sort of like the swirling wire, and I suppose like the sweet and chocolate, isn't it? Because the colourways.
Yeah, perfect. Isn't it?
And then, you know, when you get that much wire, to me, that's you know, it's perfect weaving, and they work really well together. Stunning, isn't it? Stunning colours.
Fits. Sorry, I mean, yeah, it is absolutely stunning colourway. And I think what you've done with it is just beautiful. Look at that. If I spin this bracelet a bit for you, sorry, I put it back a bit funny, but look how wonderful that is.
It's just that beautiful wire with those pearls.
Yeah.
And you get the little glistens of the other, you know, some of the other faceted gems. Really, really lovely.
I'm going to try this on because I want to see how this sits against the skin.
I wore it for a little bit yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah, while I was making the other jewellery. Yeah.
Did you just pop on your jewellery and sit there and make more jewellery?
Yeah, because sometimes I'll sit there in my pyjamas, but in whatever jewellery I've made.
You've just let us into a little piece of your life, and I loved it.
That no one knocks on the door.
With all of your jewels on and your jammies.
That's it.
Like that.
That's
Doesn't that just look how that light catches? And I've got the ring on as well. What a collection. Wow. I'm going to bring the wire onto you now as well, so I don't have to interrupt Claire when she gets started. I've got a massive amount that's going to be extremely popular because, ladies and gentlemen, these reels aren't the 50 metres. They are the 100 metres. It's one of our most popular gauges and one of our most popular colours. We've got for you, I've not got many, I need to make that very, very clear. We're not definitely bringing back the 100 metres. I know loads of you asked. We're not bringing them back definitely, but they're here right now for you. Not many of these left. 0.4. Wow, in that copper colour, which just works so well with this collection. You've also got your purple, perfect with those pearls, right? Those beautiful purple tones in the 0.8. So 100 metres on each equals 200 in total, of course. Sweet Like Chocolate Part 2 with Claire. This is the wire. The price point on this today is crashing down. We are taking the price down on this. Do you know what? If I'm completely honest, we don't need to. Because it's almost £40, which sounds like a high price point, but actually don't forget you're getting 200 metres worth here. If you buy these are going to last you months and months, maybe even a year, depending on how much work you do. But we have crashed that down, and that is a dramatic price drop from almost £40 to £24.95. It's a wonderful price. We don't have that many. We don't get to see it that often at all. And at that price point, truly, you know, because you've got thick gauges in here as well with a 0.8, you've got something that's going to be very workable and perfect for all year round. So please treat yourself to these whilst you can. Don't forget Tanzanite coming up for you later on, not long at all in this hour. Okay, Claire.
Okay.
Let's get started.
So we're going to do, it's basically the same design. So what I'm going to demo is you would just either alter the length of what the components I'm going to be making, or shorten it, whichever you want to do. So it's essentially the same design across whether you want the sort of the choker style or the long pendant or the bracelet or the ring. Okay. So you'll see that as I start working, you'll see how it can go across all of the designs. Okay. So I've added in a little bit of the 1 mil. Now, if you haven't got any 1 mil, you could quite easily use the 0.8. You'd get a slightly different look, obviously because it's a different colour, but you could use and you know, a 0.8 is more than enough. Like I say, you just get a slightly different look. Okay. So I'm just going to take, I'm going to get one of the mandrels, so just one of the step mandrels that we've got. Again, you can use a pen or something like that, just whatever you have a little think at the diameter, because obviously that's going to be the diameter and the size of your leaves. So I'm just going to pick any sort of size on there, and I'm leaving myself a tail, probably, I'd say probably getting on for about 4 centimetres or so there. Now this tail here, that would depend. If I was making the ring for it, I would leave a much larger, probably getting on for about 20 centimetre tail. But because all I'm going to be doing on this part is doing a wrap loop, because we're going to make the pendant sort of style. Okay. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap and create a coil around the mandrel. Now each time I go around the mandrel, a complete turn counts as 1 leaf, or if you were doing flowers, 1 petal. So if I just do a few of those, take that out. So I'm going to cut that off so it's just a little bit easier to work with. So what I want to do now, I want to splay these out so that I can start seeing my individual leaves. So all I'm going to do is open it out slightly, so you can see I've got the coil there. I'm going to open it out a little bit, and then I'm going to, so with that tail coming across in that direction, I'm just going to pull these out. So I'm just putting a finger through into that coil, and I'm just going to twist and open it out. I'll do that again, and so I've got 2 there now. So if you have a look at the design, I've got this sort of swirling vine almost. It's got little collections of 2 leaves in each. So if I've got 2 there, so I'm just going to open it out a little bit, so I've got a little bit of a gap, and then I'm going to do exactly the same. So 1, 2, and again, I'll just open it out, so open it out a little bit more, and that's probably going to leave me with one whole one. So when I've got it out like that, I'm just going to move these around a little bit. So I've gone for, I think, alternate leaves. So all I would just do there is, they're all facing the one way at the moment. So I'm just going to twist that round. So I've got one going that way and one the other, and back again. So you can see by doing that, I've just got that. It's slightly a bit more of a random shape. And what you would also do, if I just find my pliers, is we can just give these little bits in between. This is not, you know, this is not uniform because it's an organic. You know, I want it to look swirling. I want it to be like a vine. I want it to be a little bit. You know, I don't want it uniform. So I'm just moving these around a little bit. Now, what I also want to do to create that leaf shape, I don't want a full round there. I want to create the leaf shape, so I want a point at the top here. So to create that point, I'm going to start with the first leaf that I did on that reel. And I'm just going to put the round nose pliers in and pinch together. So if I do it from below, so I'm pinching those 2 together. And as I open it out, I'm going to get that leaf shape. So I'm going to do exactly the same on this one. So I've gone to like the centre of that circle, and I pinch together, do it from beneath. And you can see, so, and depending on how much I then push it back open, also determines the size of each leaf. So if I go along and do each of these, now I would say if you work with the 0.8, I would go along afterwards, after you've done all this point, and probably work harden it slightly, so hammer it out if you've got the hammer and the block, just to give it a little bit more strength. So you can see by twisting there, by pinching in that leaf, I've got that lovely leaf, like a leafy lemon shape. So you can see there, so you've gone from it being a very straight and uniform design to adding these little dips and dints here. You've got a slightly more organic shape. So what we need to do now, so we've got our structure. If we move on to our 0.4, which is, I mean, these reels are wonderful, absolutely wonderful, because you've
100
got
metres on each.
Yeah.
I've got less than 100 left than those as well, by the way.
So, and I'm not going to do a load of weaving, but I'm just going to show you how I would start it off. So this is for, so any flowers that I do, anything like that for petals, this is exactly how I would start off doing the weaving. So again, I'm leaving myself a little tail here so that I can just grip on, and I know that just in case anything happens, I've got that little bit of wire there that if I need to secure this, or my weaving goes a little bit wrong at the beginning, I've got a little bit of a safety net there. So I'm just going to push that there. So I'm pushing that under, and I'm going to grip and go turn that wire, this weaving wire, in and through. And I want to take it through the leaf and bring it round and wrap around. So I'm anchoring this wire on. So I'll probably do that a few times here, because you can see here where, although I'm holding it, it's moving along a little bit. So I'm just going to keep hold of that there and wrap around again and all the way through. So I would say to do a leaf of sort of that sort of size, so it's sort of probably sort of the same sort of size as my fingernail, I've probably got the probably about 50 centimetres of the 0.4. So now I've got that, and so I've got my weaving wire, and it's pointing down. So what I want to do, I'm going to do my straightforward figure of 8 weave, sort of going over and under this structural 1 mil wire. So I need to come, I've gone under there, and I'm going to go over and all the way around. So back through, bring it all the way through, just move my pliers out of the way, and all the way back round. And again, I'm going over the other side, all the way back through. And when you start at this point, spend a little bit of time to get it really nice and neat, because you want this is the start. So however this bit is here will really dictate how neat the rest of the leaf goes. So you want to push that down so that they butt up against each other so it's as neat as possible, because you'll start to get, as you start weaving, your tension, you'll get a little bit more even. So just spend a bit of time at that beginning point. Because obviously as well, where you, if you've got like a slight bend here, that will also dictate the next weave that you do above it. So you're going to have like a slight curve as you're working your way up. So I'm just doing 2, and you can see whatever suits you best. I'm doing 2 on each side. You could see you'd have a different effect if, say, you did a 3 and a 3, but it's a straightforward just wrapping around. And you can see how quickly this builds up. And you don't, you know, that's the brilliant thing with it. And you've got that much wire, you don't need to worry too much about, you know, being sort of a bit stingy with yourself. Right, can you see here that I've got a little, as I've been doing it, I've got a little kink. Now, if I left that will keep catching, and that has weakened the wire there. So what I need to do as soon as that happens is just open it back out in the right way and get rid of that. Get rid of that little kink, because you can guarantee that will continue to catch and it will stress that wire, and eventually it'll just go too brittle and snap off. So I'd work all my way up through, keep doing that, keep in and out, that figure of 8 weave all the way up to the top. Now if I just show you at the top, so if we just have a look at this one here, so obviously as you're weaving, your weaving wire is going to get shorter and shorter. Now when you come to this point, and you're sort of almost on like a downward slope, the weaving is going to get a little bit more complicated. And all I can say is the only thing that I find is you just keep, after every wrap that you do, just push down with your nails and just sort of get those as neat as you can and next to each other. And so every time you wrap, just push down with your nails. So I'm going to go now, so you can see I've hardly got any gap left when I'm weaving through. So all you would do, we've got near to the top. So again, like I say, I've done one wrap, I'm going to push down. And I bring this side over. And you can see that gap is getting smaller and smaller all the time. But what I need to make sure about is I want to, sorry, I need my glasses again, don't I? So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you leave yourself enough space. I might have to bring it up to my, like an old lady, is that all right?
Yeah, we've taken the camera off your hands now.
Thanks. I'll just bring it up. What you want to do, if I just show you the little gap, you need to leave yourself enough of a gap at the top point there, if you can see just there, so that what you want to do is you want enough gap there so that you can wrap just straight forward, not weaving, just wrap around that top section.
Like you have on the one next to it.
That's it, exactly.
Lovely job, eh?
Okay.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you for showing us that.
That's okay.
We have got more from this demonstration coming up, but it is that time, Tanzanite, and I tell you this for an absolute fact, it's a showstopper. It's officially one of the top 10 rarest gemstones in the world. I'm going to speak extremely fast for all of this. Do you know why? These are going to absolutely fly out of the door. It's one of the rarest gemstones that there is in the entire world. It's on the list. It's the top 10. I have got Get on the phone now. There is no messing around with this whatsoever. This price point, ladies and gentlemen, the ones you can see on the web, yes, that's the price. No, we haven't typed that in wrong. No, we haven't got the first and the last number mixed up. No, that is genuinely the price point of this. It's one of the rarest gemstones in the world, and honestly, when you see it, you're going to fall in love. It's from one location in the world, and it has so much beautiful depth to the colour of this. You're going to absolutely adore it. Let me show you this. If you want extreme rarity, if you want something which, oh my goodness, This is absolutely delectable. The desirability of tanzanite obviously is just increasing and increasing. It's always been popular since Tiffany brought it to us, but it's just increasing. You know what it's like. Once rarity goes down and demand goes up, prices can and have really gone through the roof, and absolutely understandably so. Look at the delectable tones of this. It is just such a rich colouring. This isn't a wishy-washy tanzanite, is it? Let's be completely honest here. This isn't. Sometimes you can see tanzanite which almost looks wishy-washy. It almost looks a little bit kind of diluted in a way. This isn't that. This has got strength. This has got boldness, and actually when you're looking at this and when it kind of catches the light, you are getting hints of lilac in there and almost hints of pink running through there as well. That goes to show you quality in the extreme, and it's something we don't always get to see. It's not heavily included. If this was heavily included, you wouldn't get that strength of that light and that hue kind of bursting through this. You just wouldn't. The saturation upon it is so much so, and the tone of it to my eye is my most desirable of tones, I have to say. That's me personally. Name's gone off my screen for a second time. Unsurprising for me, but I tell you what, telephone bidders, you haven't got a clue what's going to go on yet. You really don't. Web bidders, you are on the ball today. Congratulations, Devon, Greater London, Surrey, Essex. Well done to Hertfordshire and to Merseyside and to London and to Birmingham and to Buckinghamshire. Hello to Scotland. Hello to Surrey and Brittany and France. Hello to Derbyshire, Norfolk, Yorkshire, Cheshire, West Midlands, all of you, well done, welcome to the fold, and welcome to what is, if we're honest, a very exclusive club, a club that not everyone in the world is in, and that is the club of owning a tanzanite. We're all in this together, ladies and gentlemen. I've got 80 of these gone already, and you know that we don't have massive quantities of tanzanite all the time, do we? We really don't. You've got what is absolutely exceptional here, because we've got that sensational colouring. We've got that colour you want to look for. Obviously, beauty is very much in the eye of the beholder, isn't it? And we know that when you're getting the grades and the quality of your tanzanite, when you're getting high grades, you know, things like your triple A's, for example, you know, your triple quad A's, what you get is you get a really deep, rich colouring. You get a really deep, rich tone. But actually, for me, and I'm being very truthful here, for me, actually, I prefer the kind of A grade, double A grade colouring, and that's more like this colouring here. For me, it's a little bit more subtle. For me, you can tell it's a tanzanite. You're not going to get it confused with a sapphire, are you? You can tell it's a tanzanite, and that's what I want from my tanzanite. So for me, this is absolutely and completely perfect in its appeal for me. The fact that it's shaped as well, you know, this is not a nugget strand, ladies and gentlemen. We've not only got a beautiful plain rondelle effect, but you've also got the graduation here. 100 of these gone. You've got to be quick if you want this, ladies and gentlemen. It's going from a really delicate 4x2, which is oh so dainty, oh so cutesy, all the way to a 7x4. Are you ready for this? Your price point, ladies and gentlemen, for genuine tanzanite, it's under £20 for you today. I can't get over that. But the fact that, really? Because I'm going to be honest with you, we were talking earlier on about how we feel like we're dropping tanzanite and we're devaluing it. We're talking about the fact that, you know, I'm just saying, my producer just said we are going to drop this in price, and that is ridiculous. To my eye, it genuinely is. People who want tanzanite would be prepared to pay double for that. But we're going to drop it down. This has nothing to do with me. Okay, we're saying all me. There's just no need, Ollie, is there? We've been talking, there's genuinely not. There's honestly not.
Because they are sizable gems, aren't they, on that strand? I mean, nothing to do with me then either.
Well done to everyone. Just amazing. Well done, everyone. I just think that's ridiculous. I really do. I think we're making this very difficult. I really genuinely do. Yay, got mine, perfect addition to my stash. I used some for my tanzanite in my hairpiece on our wedding day. It's amazing quality. Oh, Eleanor, that's a lovely story. Thank you for letting us know that. What a wonderful thing to have on your wedding day. Congratulations, everybody. I genuinely, if I'm honest, I disagree with that price drop. Because we dropped that price before we'd actually let the people at home know it was $19.95. So all the people who were coming in for this were web bidders who were absolutely over the moon for it. We dropped the price. I just absolutely shocked by that. December's birthstone and something that is just sensational. Well done, everybody. Treat yourself to it whilst you can. It's just a ridiculous price, isn't it, really? Lots in baskets. Treat yourself to it. Check out whilst you can. Claire, it's just obviously a bargain, isn't it?
It's a complete bargain. A ridiculous bargain.
Hey, Fleur. Blame Claire for that price. I tend to blame her. Only joking. Amazing price from Fleur. It is Claire's fault.
It's not my fault.
It is. Look at her. You can. If that isn't guilt all over her face, I don't know what is. It's obvious, isn't it? It's obvious. Yeah. Claire, were you like? Blimey, please don't expect price points like this on tanzanite. The fact of the matter is, right, I'm going to bring you a tanzanite next week that's going to be £50, and I'm going to say this is genuinely worth it, and everyone's going to go, but I've seen it for £14.95. I'll be honest, the reason we've been able to take it that low is because we bought over 500 of this strand. That's the honest reason, but because we've bulk bought, we've dropped the price. Get it whilst you can. I'm just blown away by that. I think it's obvious. Minute wait on the phone lines. Get it whilst you can. No, oh my gosh, that's the time. I did not realise that's the time because we've got quite a bit of this demo left actually. Okay, we're heading back on over to Claire. Well done everybody who got that because that is actually a steal. I actually feel like that has just been stolen. Like you've just thieved it. And hey, why not? Claire makes us drop the price. Well, what are we going to do? What do you like? Treat yourself to it whilst you can. Okay, so we've made all of our leaves.
Yeah. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to show you the. Am I going speedy now? Yes. Am I speeding up?
How long have we got? How long? So about 15 minutes.
Oh right. Okay, that's
so not
great.
too bad.
Yeah, that's great. So what we're going to do now? So we put those to one side, and again, like with all. A lot of jewellery making is just components and making components and putting them together. So if we do the, if we work on now this flower, and this is a really simple way of making a really pretty flower, and it's great if you've got rounds like this. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of the, I'm probably going to take, and this is more than enough, probably about 20 centimetres of the 0.4, and I'm going to take 5 of the rounds. What were these rounds? Was it pyrite or? I think it was pyrite, was it?
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm just going to thread them all on. So I've got all those on there. So I'm going to take those to the middle of the wire, and I'm going to just giving it a little kick out to start that curve. And I'm going to turn it over just to make a full loop, and I'm going to do a tiara twist. So just going to twist that. So I've crossed over the 0.4 there, and I'm just going to grip the loop of the gems and just give a little twist like that. I don't want to twist too long because I want this the tail of the twist to go back under itself. So if I twisted too long, let's say about that point, I'm going to have too much to go through because I want it then to come through the centre. So I've just done a few twists there. I'm going to bring that down to the bottom of the little loop and bring one of the tails up through the centre. So you can see what I mean there. So if I pull that through, there's the little twist that I've done. So if I twisted too many times, that would come back up through the centre. And because I want to thread another gemstone on there, if that was twisted, it would probably be too thick. So I've got the one tail coming out at the bottom and the one at the top. So then I'm just going to take, and you can play about because you've got on that one strand, you've got all the different colours and tones. But I've chosen the sort of like the purpley pinky tone. So if I just put that on, you can see there. I'm going on. There we go. If I get one of these ones. So drop that all the way down. And what I want to do at this point, I want it to, because I want that shiny faceted side up rather than the drill hole side up, so I'm just going to kick out a little bit. If you can see that, I'm just kicking out, using that nail, just to kick it out slightly and then drop that wire back through. And by just kicking it out slightly, when I bring it back down, it will sit nicely so that both the drill holes are either side rather than pointing up. Now, if I think I need to give extra security for that, I'm just going to bring that tail all the way back through and create a loop on there. So that's given me that component, so that's that little flower. So if I just pop that to the side. The next component I've got are the little roses and the little rosebuds. So you make these in the same way for both of them, but you just stop at one point. So I will show you how to do these now. So we'll start off with the little rosebud. So this is the swirl. So I'm going to use the purple wire for this. So I just cut a little bit there. So again, I've probably got about 20 centimetres, which is more than enough. I'm just going to take the ring mandrel. So I'm just holding putting the pressure with my thumb and the finger at the back to secure that wire. And I want to cross over with the 0.8. So what I'm going to do, so it's crossing over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start twisting around. When I've done a few twists around, so I'm just following one wire around the other. Just bringing it around, and I'm just going to move it up just slightly so it's not as firmly onto the ring mandrel, so that I can start swirling but go underneath the first swirl, if that makes sense. So if I show you how, so you can see it's going slightly under, because I don't want a wide flower. I just want to keep a little narrow type bud. So by moving it up slightly, it just gives me a little bit more flexibility. It's not as flat against the ring mandrel. So that's given me my little rosebud. So I'm going to snip off here and snip off here, and then what I want to do is just tuck these little ends underneath here. Now if I were making, I don't have to worry too much about the little sharp bits, the ends here, because it's going to go flat into the design. If you were making, because obviously that would make a pretty ring, you'd obviously spend a little bit more time and maybe wrap around the ring shank. But with this, because it's going against the pearl, so I don't need to worry too much. So you can see there, so I've got my little rose bud. So if I just snip that out so that that's ready to be secured. So if I were going to do the rose itself, so the larger rose, I would take well, I probably don't actually need much more wire than I had before. So maybe about 20 centimetres again. Take the ring mandrel. And so exactly the way I started with the rosebud. So I'm just going to twist in opposite directions. Well, no, in the same direction, isn't it? But with the opposite wires. So I'm just twisting round as I create, so in exactly the same way to create that little rosebud. When I've twisted a few times, I'm going to take this top one and bring it over that second wire. So again, I'm going to take the next wire now and take it over and across the other wire. And I'm going to keep bringing it over. So that starts giving me that crisscross of the petals. So keep going. And this is a really, really popular design, popular motif that is really, it makes great, in all parts of jewellery really. I mean, and you can, if you're doing it on a ring mandrel like that, like I say, you've got a really nice ring there. And when you cut it off, it makes really good little connectors and just little accents really for your jewellery. So with this one now, I've got the two going in the same direction. So if I just snip off there and tuck in, bring that down underneath the actual rosebud itself, and I'm going to do exactly the same with that one. So trim it off and twist in like that. So I've now got all the components I need to build up this sort of swirling floral vine. So if I just lay them all out, this is what I do when I'm sort of making all the jewellery. So I start off with all my components, and then I can have a little play about and position things so that how they look and so that they look the best. So I'm going to take a little bit of my, it's probably got about, you probably don't need about 30 centimetres or so. Obviously this will depend on whether you're doing the larger, you know, if I was working on, say, the choker piece, everything would be sort of double or 3 times the length and amount. So, but for something like the little pendant, you obviously shorten it down. So I'm taking now the, what were these? They're not the Baroque ones, are they? Potato-y ones? Ones with little bottoms.
Rice beads. Oh, they're just called pearl nuggets.
Oh, are they?
Very cool.
Right. So I'm going to take a few of those. So what I need to do, in the same way, you know, when you're doing any sort of weave, I'm just going to anchor on at a point just with a few wraps with the 0.4. And what I want to do then, I'm going to just start threading on the pearls. Now there are 2 ways to do this. You can either just sort of jump in straight away, or you can have a little play about and just place a few. And I've had a little play with placing a few and grouping the different components, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to spend all the time doing this and then that you place all the ones together, and then you've only got space to put all of these down here, because it's going to look, it's not really going to look particularly aesthetically pleasing. So have a little play about and space them out, you know, as you have a little play on what you think looks better. So when you're happy with the spacing and what you're going to put where, so then start off, so thread on the pearls, and these have got some of them have got quite nice flat bottoms that sit very nicely. So I'm just going to put those on there. So I'm pushing back on itself a little bit, and I'm going to wrap that pearl into place. And I started with building almost like a base layer of the pearls, and then adding the floral embellishments over the top. Ooh. So I'm going to put a couple of the pearls on, and you can see it's just a random design of however you feel looks best, because obviously these are organic, you know, shapes, aren't they? So they're going to look, you know, you'll have different shapes. So it's really, as you're working, what you think looks best. So now I'm going to add in one of the little flowers. So I'm going to just put that across, and I've got these, when I made it, so I've got these lovely tails to work with. So I'm just going to wind that through, and it's entirely up to you, whatever feels more comfortable to work with, whether you trim off the tails as you're working or whether you leave them on, because obviously sometimes it's a lot easier to work with less wires, but sometimes when I got to the end, if I'd have cut these 2 tails off here, I've got nowhere to go then, whereas if I'd left them, I can think I need to balance out this section here, so I might want to use, so not this main tail that I've got, but these 2 tails here, and add on a pearl to this side. So if I just bring that round, so you can see how you would utilise these pearls. Now when it's at this point, I've got a choice. I can either wire down at the back, but it's not going to be particularly secure, or I can actually wire it and attach through the weaving of the leaves. So if I just turn that round, so you would just weave on there and bring through, and I can attach it that way, but if I do that, it will get lost in the weaving that's on the leaf. I can snip it off, and it's much more secure there. It's not going to move around, and it's attached to this part of the necklace or the pendant. So if I bring round, I'm going to add another pearl in here, so that I've got, so the main body of the sort of swirling vine is the pearls, then with the added flowers. So if I bring that across, and I'm going to add another one then, because that will bring me down nicely for this position here to add in one of the purple wild roses. So if I just bring that down, and I'll bring that one across, and that out the way. So if I have a little look now, and I might think, oh, right, I'm going to group one of the larger roses first. So I'm going to take this one, and I think, right, that looks nice there. I like that. It balances out. It's quite even. So I've got a flower on the one side and a different flower on the other. So what I can do, I can just wrap this 0.8, and I'm going to go around the structure of the 1 mil. So it's, you know, you haven't got that much of a difference between your gauges of wire, but you have got the strength because you built it up and it's got the design on it. So if we just bring this round, and I'm going to just bring it across, and obviously you would spend much longer and be much neater, but you can bring this wire at the back, trim off, and do exactly the same with that tail. But just obviously remember, this back section is against your skin there, so spend a bit of time and get all those ends out of the way. So you can see now, as we're starting to build up, so we're starting to follow that swirl around, and I'm thinking, right, I've still got a little bit of wire here, this purple wire, so I need to cover that. So I'm going to cover that with one of the pearls. I'm just going to keep working my way down. And again, if I brought that down and just wired at the back, that pearl would just flop about way too much. So I need to really, really secure that. So I'm going to bring it down slightly, and again, I'm going to attach it to the leaf that is next to it. So again, using the weaving wire like it's just like a needle and thread, and bring that. So that is now, by building up these layers of pearls, it's covering the working wires at the back, and it's giving you it's building up that texture, those layers for that foliage. So then when I think, right, okay, I'm going to have another one of this second flower, so I'm just going to bring that in, I'm going to hold it in place and use the tails to weave it round, get it in position. And because by this point, when you're building it up, you've got a lot of, you've got a good matrix of wires to secure all these little tails into and get it nice and secure. So when you've worked your way down, and have a think about how it's going to look on when you're wearing it. Sort of maybe taper down slightly, so you've got sort of like that like an undulating effect, and just sort of tapering down to this point here, because then at this point we're going to add in, I'll just get rid of these tails so you can see. Oh, I'm going to just turn a loop at the bottom. I'll just get rid of all these. If we turn a loop at the bottom, I find my right nose pliers, and I'm just going to bring that out and turn the loop at the bottom, and just a straightforward loop, and snip off. So if I just bring that there, and then just on one of the head pins, I had somewhere, what have I done with it? There we go. I'm just going to open that up, and I've just put on one of the finer head pins and a wrap loop, one of the other pearls. Oh, I'll just get that on there. And that, by doing that sort of that swirling and that tapering to a point, that works really nicely of going down, and it looks really nice if you bring that and it just goes to that little point there. And I would do exactly the same at the top section. So you can either, you can, if you wanted to, create a really fancy woven bail, because if you've got the wire, you've obviously got plenty of wire for that. Or you just do exactly as you've done at the top, just create yourself a loop. And I'll probably go to one of the, the widest part of my pliers, my round nose pliers, bring round and snip off there. I'll just snip that there, and then straighten it up. And then you just have a little play about, because that's obviously where you're either going to put your jump ring or your chain to go through. Because it's quite a, it's got a little bit of depth to it and a bit of profile, have a play, because you've still got that flexibility of, so when you're putting it on, of how it's going to sit. So you could bend it out slightly, or if you wanted to, you've got a bit of movement there, but then you're
I think that is so high-end, so elegant. I love it.
Thank you.
And you can own it. We're going to give this piece away, and we're going to give the bracelet away, and we're going to pick one piece for the first kit. We'll do that in the break.
Okay.
We'll do it in the break. All you have to do is get in touch about our competition. We have our final question for you right here, right now. This is the final question. You can text in straight after this. It's all about colour for our Pantone show. In the British Medical Journal 2003, what colour car is suggested to be the safest? I bet you know, don't you? Okie dokie. We have got, there you are, you've had all three. Enter now, get in touch with us with all three answers, and you get to win those two pieces I've just shown you, and another one I'll get for you in a moment. 60777 is your text number. Start your text with the word JM Studio or message in at JewelleryMaker.com. Good luck, everyone. We'll announce the winner in just a very short time. After the break, I've got an exceptional style buy. It is our Colombian emerald, and ladies and gentlemen, it is going to blow you away. That's cut up straight after the break. I've also got diamonds. I'll see you in a minute.
There are two easy ways you can purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget, you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
Good morning, Jewellery Maker!
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund. Learn great techniques with this fantastic DVD, Extruder Edition 1. Join guest designer Debbie Bulford and presenter Ed McKay and start creating new, exciting and colourful pieces of polymer clay using the multifunctional extruder tool. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Join us this December at our Gemporia Christmas Ball. Meet your favourite faces from across the channels and enjoy an evening of festive fun as we head back to Warwickshire to the beautiful Wroxall Abbey. Tickets are more limited than last year, but priced at £89 per person, they're already selling out fast. The evening includes a welcome drink, 3-course meal and a chance to dance as the lounge's very own Drew Nichols will again be singing with his band Alfonso's Pancake Breakfast. With auction prizes to bid on and raffle prizes to be won, the evening will be raising money for the Colourful Life Foundation. So don't delay, book your tickets today on 0333 400 0011. See you at Christmas.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information. Did you know when you book on a Jewellery Maker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we love seeing your jewellery creations, learning about your inspiration and reading your blogs. If you write your own craft or jewellery blog, then we'd love to hear from you. Simply tweet us at jewellery_maker UK with your blog link and we'll be in touch.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we like to treat our customers. So to celebrate the fast approaching festive period, we'd like to give you a gift. From this Friday and right across the weekend, if you place an order over the value of £35, we'll send you a free gift. Get into the spirit and join us to kick off the Christmas celebrations.
Did you know that no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one postage and packaging fee?
There are two easy ways you can purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
That no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one postage and packaging fee.
Gemma Crow brings you into the world of patina. You'll create stunning effects with the guidance of Gemma right beside you. This DVD includes adding texture to your designs, preparing your metal, applying the patina, neutralizing process, and finally, the finishing process. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker. Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order for just 50p and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from the Genuine Gemstone Company.
I mean, seriously sensational, isn't it? Oh, you can see the quality of this just absolutely shining through. Now, it's quite interesting, this gemstone, because we all know emerald. We all love emerald, don't we? I think emerald's one of those gemstones that you know as a child, and you love it as a child. You really, really do. And it's something that we carry on loving, I think, you know, throughout our lives. But the interesting thing with emerald is, as a youngster anyway, I didn't know there was lots of different locations that you could get emerald, and I certainly didn't know that they have such a different look to them. I can now spot a Colombian emerald a mile away. Okay, not literally a mile, that would be amazing eyesight, but I can spot it, I really, really can. I can see a Colombian emerald because I'm looking for a very different type of green, to say that of the Brazilian. Another thing I'm looking for that I don't always get in a Brazilian emerald is I'm looking for more of that pureness of clarity. You tend to get a lot of internal inclusions, sometimes referred to as a jardin, within an emerald of the Brazilian emerald. You get that quite a lot. But with your Colombian, not at all. You don't tend to get that many inclusions. And you most certainly haven't in this, have you? It's just so pure, and the light is just bounding through. Even if I pop it on the back of my hand, you can actually get the feel of the clarity to it. Don't forget for me, you're under around 40 times magnification with that cameras that are pointing at this now. And that means you can really kind of see into the heart and soul of this gemstone, and you can see there's not loads of blemishes on the surface or internal inclusions or cracks. It is just pure as it is. Now, Colombian emerald is one of the most defining locations and of gemstones that you can get in the world. And the wonderful thing about a Colombian emerald really is that it has that status, it has that notoriety. I think a lot of people in the world would have their fingers crossed and hope that one day they could own an emerald, and to own a Colombian emerald, that's just taking it to another level. Because, you know, very much like the likes of a Burmese ruby, you know, you think of a ruby and already it's high end, but apply the location of Burmese above and boy oh boy, you're really going for it. I just want to give you an idea of the difference between this and a Brazilian emerald. I've talked about the colour, I've already talked about the clarity, but what I talk about now is the price point of this. Now, I had a little look at this a little while ago, but I just typed into a search engine Brazilian emerald, and a 1.5 Brazilian emerald came up, and I just want to check my notes to get the price right. And the price that came up was £58.52 for a 1.05 carat Brazilian emerald. I did the exact same search. It was the same shape, it was the same carat weight, everything was the same, but instead of Brazilian, I put in Colombian emerald. Same carat weight and everything. The price point for that wasn't £59, it was £3,818. The difference in price, the carat weight's exactly the same, the shape was exactly the same. The only difference is the location. The difference in price is around about £3,760 for just over a carat. It just goes to show you there is a big difference in location. The prices are going up. We're taking it down, should be, price. £47.95. I'm about to take one of the most executive, the most exclusive and the most beautiful, I think, Colombian emeralds to the lowest ever price point. It's never been that low before. It's never been this low before, as I'm going to show you in a minute, and it won't be again. It is absolutely astonishing low price of just... That is a dramatic drop, isn't it? £34.95. What's the drop price on that one then? I mean, that's a huge amount, isn't it? Massive drop on that one. Huge. Going from £47.95 to £34.95 for us today. That really is something, isn't it?
It is. It's a beautiful strand. Really, I think I'd just keep it really, really simple as well. I think I'd just do a lovely bracelet and maybe put one of the charms on it, but I'd just keep it because that green is fantastic, isn't it?
£13 off we've taken as well for Colombian emerald.
Wonderful.
It really is special, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think if you make the pieces, the types of pieces that Jan makes, I think price point wise,
yes,
you know, and design wise, you're gonna get a really good look, aren't you? And a really good sort of comeback of money, actually.
Yes. Well, Jan is a
place.
perfect example of that, isn't she? Because she's very successful and she puts them with her pearls and things like that. you know, and people love them. So yeah, absolutely.
Astonishing, isn't it? And I think it would go great with the tanzanite, and I think it would go great with this too. Don't you think? Russian chrome dioxide. Astonishing, isn't it? Just to let everybody know, you've got 5 minutes left on the text-in lines. 5 minutes left on the text-in for the competition, and we'll pick a winner then after 5 minutes. So 5 minutes left, and we have picked out the designs as well for you. We're going to go for the 3 designs next to me. 5 minutes left, and you get to win all 3 of these ones today. Nice work on that. Really, really beautiful dioxide. Well, the dioxide, yeah, congratulations. That's at the bottom of your screen when I was talking about the Colombian emerald. I've got a double whammy star buy. Oh, they've got a really nice organic look. They've got a really nice organic nature, haven't they? They've got a really nice kind of Mother Nature made us this way look. And I like that. Let's be completely honest. No one's going to look at this and think, oh, I wonder if that's a fake. Are they? No one's going to look at this and go, oh, glass diamonds. Because it's not. It's obvious, isn't it? It's obvious this is the real deal. No one's going to have something like this in those kind of nuggety looks that's been made in a faux way. So when people see this and they see that diamond sparkle and they see the natural nature of this, then they're going to know you've got a real deal diamond. Diamond, lovely, lovely, Claire. I'd like to know what we can do to get the most out of our diamond, please.
I think I might have, well, I've worked with a strand. If it's not that one, it's very similar, and I put it with sterling silver wire, and I created I think some heart shapes and just a massive wire, and then I picked out the diamonds and had them just in the massive wire, and just I got, you know, there's the sparkle, the glints, it just really popped, and obviously it was with the precious metal, so you continued sort of that luxurious feel. So that's what I did. I mean, and I've seen beautiful pictures of people who have worked with a strand really similar, and they've just had just the length of the gems all in a row, and nothing else with them, but they're so striking. And just sort of across the wrist, or as a necklace, or just a straight drop of earrings, you know, and you get that glint, that sparkle, that, you know, it's really stunning, really stunning.
I think this is just phenomenal. I'm just looking here. I'm just looking, and I just wanted to sort of check something then, and I thought it was this statistic, but I did need to double check, and it is right, okay? Am I right in saying that this is a natural strand? Because there appears to be no treatment. And I did think this, but I wanted to check it, and it's true. According to the GIA, only 1 in 10,000 natural diamonds are natural when they come to be sold. 1 in 10,000 diamonds on the market are natural.
So that makes it even more precious then, really, doesn't it? Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
And do you know what this is? And that's why I wanted to. I know there's no, you know, sort of code on the bottom of the screen or anything like that, but to say that it's a treated strand, so it's not. It's natural. It's the real deal. I think that is astonishing. I really, really, really do think that is just amazing. It looks. And you can tell it's natural in its look. It's natural in the sense it's not been heated or dyed to look this way. The reason you get those kind of grey-like tones are due to trace elements of boron within that carbon structure of the gemstone. That's why you get that kind of grey look to it, because of the boron traces in there. I just think a genuinely sensational gem to have in a natural form. If you If you're one of those people who only wants natural gemstones, and I know some people are getting more and more kind of specific about the types of gems they want, so I would say, and some people will say, I only want natural gemstones. Well, you probably, if you've only bought natural gemstones, I bet you don't own many diamonds. It's a great strand price point today for 11 carats. Price point is just... Claire's just looked and just gone, oh, your eyesight. Do you feel like your eyesight's playing up again?
I do. Is it my age? Yeah, I do feel that, because you just think that doesn't, it doesn't marry up.
£19.95 for you today on that. 11 carats worth there in total. I think with the sparkle and the glow, I can't get over it. And you know the design ideas you were giving us earlier? How much would some of them be looking at going for?
Well, if you're putting them with silver, yeah, you'd be looking at well in excess, wouldn't you? Say, I don't know, £70, something like that for a little pendant. I would be happy with that. So, you've made, and then that was using the design I was describing. I'd probably use maybe five on each, on each little heart. So you would do, do a lot with that strand.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's really just wonderful. Half my stock has gone on that, though. I'm very, very sorry. Half the stock has gone. Get it whilst you can. Oh, yes, we do. Oh, yay! This got flown into us. Oh, where is my claw? I'll pop it here. For £35, you get tons of... Wait, is that right? 35? Yeah. For about £35, you can get tanzanite and diamonds.
That'd be some special jewellery, wouldn't it? Some very special jewellery.
I can't even... It's amazing, isn't it? I've got for you here an Amethyst. And, do you want to be one of the first to see it?
Yes, please.
Because I've got to say, it's absolutely stunning. Hang on, let me get my mucky prints off this.
Am I allowed to come over, actually? I've come over without being invited.
Of course, look. Ooh. Wait, where are you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like we're doing roller coaster. Oh, I used to love Bewitched. Did you ever double denim?
Oh, probably, yeah. I think I've done it quite recently as well. It sort of came back in a bit.
Into fashion, so I've been told.
Yeah.
Look.
Oh, that's stunning. Oh, that's lovely.
Like that?
Yeah.
What would we do with this shape, please?
Oh, I think I'd, again, with the sterling silver wire, I think I'd prong set that.
Like that
That's
idea.
Lovely. Really. Oh, I'll go now. I'll go.
Oh, you don't have to.
No, I'll go now.
Okay.
I'll go now.
Do you want to have a look yourselves? Look. Ooh, look at that.
That's like fireworks, isn't it? When it just catches it like that.
Oh, it's bonfire night. I'm so excited to go to the bonfire tonight. Oh my goodness, I am so excited. I've got here for you an Amethyst rectangle. Look at all of the colours in there. Look at that. And then wait for the red. Ooh. Isn't that? Hey, you're right. It has got that feel about it. It's got that very well-known glass brand about it. Can we mention it? Yeah. You know your Milano glass that you can get that has those colours that melt into each other. You have got that look with this, haven't you? It is like a tiny canvas. Oh my gosh, I love that as a description. Yes, it is. It's got this amazing artwork on it, hasn't it? Now, ladies and gentlemen, if we're not sure what Amethyst is, you can only get it from one kind of area in the world. It's within a certain section of Canada. And that's because it is an ancient animal or ancient creature that used to roam the planet, that kind of roamed that area in Canada, and it's an animal that became extinct at around the time that the dinosaurs became extinct. So there's no more of these being kind of formed every single day. It's amazing that it's natural, isn't it? If you really take a moment to think about what that means, that is just astonishing. Oh, as a ring, sorry, I've just dropped that. As a ring, that is just, there's loads of different colours in it. There really, really, really is. Look, see the greens then? This is so much easier with my claw. You've just got such an amazing look to it. You really, really, really do. I just think it's just wonderful. Well done everyone who's treating yourselves to this. It's a totally natural, see greenies there to kind of red. It's beautiful, isn't it? Imagine a ring, imagine a pendant, because sometimes when you think pendant, you think, oh, I need a bigger gemstone, but with quality like that, you don't at all. Amethyst, this is a 12 by 10 mil rectangle, your price point today for this last ones, just one price point for you today. £34.95 for you. I'm going to try and hold it like this. That price point for an Amethyst cab is really something special. And if you think it's something that it's quartz, okay, we talk about quartz. It's not like we form quartz in a week or two. You know, it takes years and years and years and years and years for quartz to form. But it can be formed and it continues to be formed. But actually, with Amethyst, it's not like something that's just going to keep forming more and more and more. It's not. It's something that is extinct now. It's an extinct gem. It's an extinct animal. You've got so many different looks and so many different appeals. It's going to go with so many different outfits, says Helena. You're right, Helena. You are right. What would we be making with this, please, lovely Claire?
I would do the a prong set ring with it, because I would want to see it all the time. So I'd get sterling silver wire and just prong set, so you've got that beautiful shape. I probably wouldn't do very much, you know, an ornate design around it. I'd just keep it really simple, so you can see all those colours and those flashes. I love it.
I think you're right. It's so captivating, isn't it? I do kind of find myself just sort of staring at it.
Which would be lovely if you did have a ring, because then you could just sit and admire it.
Yeah, you're going to be able to see something stunning, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that idea. Imagine even doing sort of 3 in a line, or maybe kind of a higgledy-piggledy mosaic or something of these, and putting it in a box frame, and when you walk past, it just goes...
Oh yeah, you'd see all the different, wouldn't you? Different colours.
Phenomenal, wouldn't it? Just a piece of artwork. And it is artwork. And then when people go, oh, I like that. Oh, what's that? Where'd you get that from? Which shop? You go, well, actually, I made it myself, and it's an extinct creature, so you can't have one. Do you know what I mean? Well done to everyone. $34.95. Last few of those ones today. Oh, look at that there. See, red to, look at that. Oh, I think it's fab. Well done, everybody. Okay, heading over to a bundle that is perfect for tonight, because it's all going to be crisp and cold and dark outside when we're looking at those wonderful fireworks. And I tell you what, I just love this strand. I mean, love it. Isn't that so unique and individual? It's got this wonderful, do you know what? It's actually got a bit of a sort of faux snake skin. You know when you see those? It's got that kind of look to it. Or it's got that crackled effect, which is just really so eye-catching. This is your midnight skies. It is truly wonderful, isn't it? It is your black agate faceted, black faceted agate here, and they are in a 9mm round. I think it's really astonishing to look at, and it looks like coals kind of on a fire, doesn't it? You know, coals at the end of a barbecue, doesn't it? It looks a bit like that. So you've got that big strand and a 9mm. Nice to have something a bit different, isn't it, when it comes to sizings of things. So it's got a really nice uneven sizing there. I've then got for you your rice beads. Now these ones are elongated, as you can see, 30 by 10. for you. These would go nice with those agate I had earlier, and actually they'd go nice with those moonstone, you know, the eyelet moonstone I had on earlier as well. So you've got here 230 carats worth there, and if I just kind of pop them in together, this is your midnight skies, and that's what it says. You can see how much interest this causes, how much interest and appeal. Sometimes when we think black gemstones, you think quite simple, don't you? But actually, because of the texture of these, because of the elongation of the rice beads, because of the crackle on the rounds, gives a really unique look. We're going to give you a great price point. You ready for this? Oh, the rounds with pearls. Oh, really modern look. But both strands just £10.95, and genuinely, when you look at this strand here, if you look at this rice bead strand here, you've got, to my eye, a strand worth close to that anyway, just with the look of it, because we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13 on that strand. It's just beautiful. Really, really sensational, isn't it? I really just... What would you be doing with this pairing, please?
I'd be tempted, you know, when you twisted it together, I'd be tempted to... you could do several things, couldn't you? But I would be tempted to put them together and just put wire through and have that twist, because they worked really nicely together. Yeah. Or when you've got that lovely, that rice bead shape, I mean, they are perfect, you know, perfect earrings, aren't they? Or on tassels, things like that. I mean, it's a great, you get a lot of great movement when you've got that shape. Yeah.
It gives you movement, it gives you interest, therefore, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah.
And that's what we want in our designs. That price point is really astonishing. Well done, everybody. $10.95 on that collection. Check Midnight Skies out for me whilst you get the opportunity to do so. At $10.95 on that one today. Well done to everyone. Lovely to see you all. Please check out those baskets, because there is a fair lot of you in your baskets, and the quicker you check out, that's the only way that you guarantee it's yours, just to let you know. And don't forget, postage and packaging is just £2.95. Doesn't matter how many times you check out your basket at all. Now, we have picked a winner, just to let you know, of our competizione. And whilst we're all getting our hands on this, I'm going to announce the competition winner. You get to win. Competition winner is going to be winning these 3 pieces. I asked you 3 questions throughout the show. We got you all to message in not so long ago. The 3 questions were... First one was, what is said to be the first colour a baby sees? The colour, the answer for that was red.
I was wrong on that one.
Were you?
Yeah.
What did you guess?
I thought blue.
Oh.
I think I was getting confused with eyes. So
oh.
I've got 0, so yeah. There we go.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. The second question was, what colour is Naranja?
I thought orange.
Yes!
Really?
Yes!
Yeah!
Yes! Yes!
Really? Honestly?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, of course.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go then. I've got one
You've
right.
got one
Yeah.
already. You have lost out on the opportunity to win your own jewellery, because you do have to get all 3 right.
No.
But 1 out of 2 is very good.
Yeah.
See if you can get 2 out of 3.
Okay.
The third question was, in the British Medical Journal, what colour card is suggested to be the safest?
I was torn between silver and green. Green.
Go on.
Silver. Silver! Is it silver?
Silver!
I can't cheer myself on that one, because
that's silver.
Yeah. Silver or green. Yeah. So that's nearly like, it's 1.5 out of 3, isn't it?
I think I'm going to give you 50%.
Thank you.
On that, I'm going to give you a B- probably.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, it's better than I thought I'd do.
Okay,
so yeah,
good.
please.
Well done. So those are the 3, and the winner is, will you drum roll with me? Fiona from Nottingham.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Round of applause. Congratulations to you, Fiona. You get to win all 3 of those. They'll be heading over to you very, very shortly. So enjoy those. Give us a message in if you're still watching us. Okay, I'm about to do something very mischievous, because you know what? We like to break the rules here, don't we? You've got here a set of your wonderful pliers. I promise you these were coming up today and we are bringing them to you now. Tell me a little bit about nylon jewel pliers, please.
I would say an essential part for, especially if you do wire working and with coloured wires. Really, really good. It's also very good for, say, if you want to work hard and say quite delicate areas, but you don't want to use, say, your hammer and block. If you just sort of like little squidges over the wire, just with your nylon joint, it's not gonna, you're not going to mark it in any way, but you're just going to harden it slightly. And again, smoothing out kinks, really, really good. You know how I showed you the gizmo that I'd
Oh yes.
earlier?
You squidged out.
Yeah, so I mean mine are slightly different and very worn, but if you do a gizmo, and that's so I use my nylon jaw pliers to just squidge it out like that.
I get you.
I mean they're essential.
And if you did that with a metal set of flat nose pliers,
Well, you're risking then that you could mark the metal. You see.
Yeah, I see.
So and it, you know, it's
especially on coloured wires.
Yes. Yeah.
You want to be careful.
Yeah.
So this is great because it prevents against marking, it prevents against colour coming off as well, and it can prevent against snapping as well, can't it?
Yes, well you're not...
If you find a kink in time.
Yes, so you know how when I was doing the demonstration and I'd sort of like kinked round, you don't want to weaken that metal any more than it has been already. So if you're sort of like putting the metal on metal, you know, the chances are you're going to do that. Whereas if you've got that nylon protection there, you know, it just works really well. And just smoothing out those, you know, I mean this is a heavier gauge, but you can see it just works really well.
Does, doesn't it? Just works beautifully. These are your nylon jaw comfort grip pliers, and they have got a lovely kind of smoothness to the old design. XVGX10. Your price point today on these is naughty. I think that's safe to say, but do you know what? We've done it. We do loop-de-loop prices sometime. Helena's just gone, my producer's just gone, Happy Bonfire Night Day, which is really catchy, and I think you should get that on t-shirt. So a tool at that price, you would say a must?
Absolutely, and I really like the, I know it's just aesthetics, but I really like the glittery handles as well. I think they're really, really pretty.
I think that's a good point to make, you know. And what the fact of the matter is, and you've said yours are quite well worn, and they still do their job, but it is something, and this isn't just to do with, you know, the quality of our pieces. All nylon jewelled buyer that you will buy from anywhere will at some point need repurchasing, won't they? They'll need refreshing. And why is that?
Well, because if you have a look at mine are well worn. I think I might have those or something very similar. I've got a smaller, more delicate pair. But yeah, just over time, that it's not as spongy as it was. You know, I've pressed it down and pressed it down, so I haven't got. You know, it's a little bit. Well, they are worn, aren't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, so you have. I mean, it's like your snips and everything like that. You tend to have at least two of each.
Yeah, you're right.
So. And especially taking that size down so you get more delicate results.
And what I would say as well is that some people I know have a pair for the thicker gauges and a pair for the thinner gauges, because obviously if you're using thicker gauges it will get more of a groove in the teeth of the jewels, but if you're using say your 0.2s and your 0.4s, then this will be kind of a different pair.
Yeah, it's the same, isn't it, as like your macrame boards and things. You know, if you're working with thicker gauges, it's going to distort it more than like you say, the finer.
We've got a few messages in. Hello to Marjorie. Great show, ladies. Claire, your pieces that you have made are just amazing, and the gemstones today are just stunning as always. I use those pliers every day, says Marjorie.
Oh,
she loves your
thanks,
pieces.
Marge. She's a lovely lady.
Oh, bless. We had some messages in from Fleur as well earlier on.
Oh, don't put those through.
They essentially said that your designs were lovely.
Really?
Yes. And that she... Oh, I don't know how to put it positively.
That's more like it. That's more like it.
And she did say, to say sorry for being mischievous, she brought you a Tanzanite.
Oh, that's lovely. Thanks very much.
That's nice, that, isn't it?
Is that bit true?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
genuinely.
Oh,
and she
thanks.
said she's bought it for you as a gift to make her a necklace from.
Oh. Thank you so much, Fleur. That's really lovely of you.
Isn't that thoughtful?
That is. She's all heart.
Well done, everybody, getting your hands on these ones. Loads here with it in your basket. Loads and loads and loads. Bottom of your screen, there it is for you. Ooh, where is that? 12, you said, didn't you, my love? Oh, big nuggety bundle for you here. Lots and lots and lots of strands in there. The majority of them are double stranders, so you know what that means. Value for money. And this most certainly is going to be one of those kits. We did a Pantone section for you earlier. If you haven't seen earlier on, if you missed out on my Pantone hour, do feel free to watch it back on YouTube when you get an opportunity to do so. Do make sure that you watch it, before 8 o'clock if you want to take advantage of the discount prices. But we did a Pantone section earlier on talking about the colours of this season, autumn, winter. And I've got to say, you've got so many of those colours in here, haven't you? You've got that desert sage colour. You've got the dried herb tone in here as well. You've got that cashmere rose, I think, with this one also, and running throughout here. You've even got that, here's some of the Pantone colours there for you that you can see. You've even got a bit of the Biscan Bay kind of tone, or the reflecting pond tones as well, haven't you? Really nice selection here, very high fashion. We had a message earlier in from a lovely lady who was saying that she is making gemstone trees today. These could be, if you want to make your own gemstone trees, these could be a great addition to your collection. You've got apatite, fancy jasper, unikite, moss agate, serpentine and sunstone. I'm just looking at these sizes here. Sizes ranging from a dainty 3x4 all the way to around about a 13x6 in areas. Great price point for you. You've got your neutral nuggets at a should-be price of £19.70. But Helen has just sort of sung, I'm going to make it better. She's going to make it even more affordable for us all. That already is affordable, isn't it? Wowzers! That is astonishing. So you're just taking off. Oh, my mouth isn't quite correct here. Oh, You've got the price point now is £9.95. We're all laughing because there's sort of 5 of us trying to do very simple maths and we just can't do it. You've saved £9.75 and the price of it's actually only £9.95. So you are touching on to the bang on 50%, aren't you? You are touching upon that. Claire, what do you think?
I'm just thinking it would work really nicely, you know, with the necklace that you've got on. Say
Yes.
if the purple style is too bright for you, you know, and you could have the more muted tones. So you would just do exactly the same with create the leaves, but then work all the chips in and wire them in, and you'd have you know, a very, very different style, different look. Be a lot more subtle, but it would work beautifully with all those colours. Really lovely.
I just love that idea. If you want a totally different look.
Yes, yeah.
Don't forget, we did show you the technique for this earlier on. So it is just so wonderful of a collection. And perfect for this time of the year. You know, it's bonfire night. I'm so excited. I feel like I could be a sort of rocket myself. Like as soon as I step out of this studio, it's just going to be dancing around, so excited. But yeah, it's perfect for that time of year, isn't it? Well done to everyone who's treated yourself to this. It's lovely to see you all multi-purchases on this also, which is always nice to see. So well done everyone. Neutral Nuggets, going to do great gemstone trees with these. I mean, phenomenal. Did you pick that up?
Yes.
Oh gosh, you're so good, Claire. What would I do without you?
This is amazing, isn't it?
Isn't it? Pop that over here for me, because I just want as an idea. I just want to show you this as an idea.
Can I put it there? Is that...
Can you kind of shimmy
Should I
it
move
over?
it over a bit?
Shimmy it over. That's perfect, thank you. Oh, A up.
Is that all right?
Oh, it's better if we could see it.
You want to see it as well?
Yeah.
Are we on telly?
That's the perfect location. That's the perfect location there, Claire. Thanks for that.
I don't mean to be such hard work. It just
You're not hard
naturally.
work.
There we
You're
go.
just
Look at that.
epic. You're
Look at
just
that.
epic. Claire, you are truly wonderful.
I'm sorry.
No, you're wonderful. Thank you so much for
Shall I put
all
it
of your
back now?
help. Imagine doing something like that with these. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Thanks for that, Claire.
To put it back now. I'll probably do it a little bit quicker this time.
That's it. That's it. Ooh, that's it. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you so much,
You're
Claire.
very welcome.
Well done to you all who's come in and got the £9.95 on that one. Okay.
Oh dear.
You're right there.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Now I've got something really a bit unique for
I like
us
those.
now. Yeah.
I do like those.
I think they're really unique. This always reminds me of Spellbee, this strand, because Spellbinding made me a piece, and this is ages ago now, I'm talking probably about 15 months ago or something like that. She made me a piece of jewellery with one of these in the centre, and I absolutely loved it. And I took it out, I was rooting through my bag for something in the car, and I just took it out and I saw this amazing, and it was a literal rainbow of colours just at the side of the gemstones, and it's because it's so wonderfully eye-catching, and it's because it kind of, the way that the light is interrupted by the structure of this is just phenomenal. We haven't seen stuff like this in quite a while, actually. The look of this, you see how some of them almost have like that centre section, that kind of eye-light look, that is completely real deal natural that we have there, that kind of appeal, and then there is a little bit of colour over the top of it to give it that pink to green look. It's your multi-coloured solar quartz. The price point on this strand for all of these unique pieces is just... Or is it? I think that's a really good price for something so unique. It's so individual, isn't it? This isn't the type of thing you're likely to see just on the high street, is it? It's very unique, it's very individual. We're gonna drop it down for you. You ready for it? Oh, that's a big drop. That is £6 saving. Helena's just gone. Helena has just gone. She just said to me, £6 saving, and then she just went, I did that without a calculator, without a calculator. But we did all hear her go, sound 30 to work out how much it was. Oh, bless. It's a great price point, and I think we can make lots of different looks with this, can't we?
Yeah, I mean, it's completely unique, isn't it? It's a very, very unusual gemstone. It's not, there's not much like it. So yeah, you can do, I'd say whatever you made and whatever style, it'd be very striking, very striking. £12.95. Nice work to everyone who's treating yourself to it. Lovely to see everyone. BG, RU, 54 is your code, and we've rolled it down today to just £12.95. Right, Helena, what would you like to do next? Helena? Can we quickly recap a couple? Anything for you, you know that. What would you like me to recap? The chrome dioxide. I sung that by accident. The chrome dioxide nuggets. Here it is. Oh, Russian chrome dioxide, the real deal thing, the real deal location. And we'll just get the torch out so you can see the brightness and the appeal and the beauty of this. And yes, £6.95 we took it to. That really is something else, isn't it? That price point for the real deal Russian chrome dioxide is very special. I would separate. See that large one in the middle?
Yeah,
I'd
I can
separate
see it.
that out,
Yeah, that one there.
and I'd probably wrap that. Just have one on its own like that. 'Cause that's lovely.
I like that idea. And that's the great thing about a nugget strand like this. When you've got big pieces like a brand 9x1, you know, you've got the opportunity there to really go to town, haven't you? And pick out individuals, or use them all together.
Yeah.
We just took it to a price that I think you really would like to take advantage of, and why not today? £6.95, ERRU01, or I like that code, ERRU01. Here's your code on this today, £6.95. Yes, the Rhodolite garnet. Do you know what? Very festive, this pairing, wouldn't it? 'Tis the season to be jolly. You can finish the rest of that off by yourselves. Look at that pet.
Sorry.
What are you doing, Claire?
It's because I moved it away and I saw that you had to reach for it, sorry.
Oh, thank you so much.
I was trying to be helpful.
No, that was helpful. That was really helpful.
I saw that.
I really like those together.
They're lovely.
Really, really,
Yeah.
really. Let me get my torch out again. Come here, Poppy.
It's like a lovely, like a festive wreath.
Yeah, that's exactly what my director's just said. Look at that. Yeah. Pop it on the door like a wreath. Look at that. No, well, not like that, but you know, like that. Or it's like a wreath but a lot smaller. Oh, it's just like a wreath but a lot smaller. Oh, what's it called? Napkin ring. You could do a napkin ring, couldn't you? That's very like a wreath but smaller, isn't it?
Be a very luxurious one, wouldn't it?
That would be luxurious.
You'd keep it for yourself.
Oh, well, I wouldn't have this many on it. I wouldn't go that wild. But, you know, just a spruce or a sprig at the front. $44.95, that price on that lovely rhodolite. But let me show you it with the light behind it, if I may. Just this alone, because it was so unique, so individual. Hold it like that. Purplies. Really unusual and unique natural colour, by the way, from that rhodolite. Treat yourself to it whilst you want to. $44.95. So that was a recap for you. I'm going to quickly do for you now something really individual. If you do go to the sort of spiritual, mind, body, spirit, that type of event, that type of fair, you will probably see lots of crystals that are kind of, let's say, presented for their healing properties. Now, obviously, scientifically, we can't say that that is true, but I can say certain people do believe in that sort of thing. And if you do, or if your customers do, imagine doing pendulums. So all you need really is a lovely piece of cord or something like that with these. I know, and we've had messages in from a lady before who sells pendulums, and it's pretty much purely what she sells. It's one thing that she sells a lot of on her stall. And she sells her pendulums, so something like this, a genuine gemstone in a natural form, which, by the way, this is, on a piece of cord. She'll sell it as a pendulum at £10 each, and it's one of her very, very good sellers. That would mean that I would have £70 worth on this strand. And actually, I think for such a wonderful collection like this, that is a great price. Today, though, for you, it's nowhere near £70. And actually, it's always been £27.95 until now. It's the lowest ever price point. We've just dropped this down. It's unique, it's individual, it's real deal, natural, clear quartz in these wonderful faceted, elongated pieces. It's totally natural. That's why you get some of those inclusions. No one's going to ever confuse these for glass because they do have those inclusions. You can see them, I can see them, and that's a beautiful thing about them. They're natural. We could have filled those, I suppose, if we wanted to. We could have filled them with a glass or a lead, but you know what? We want you to tell that these are real. We want you to know that they're the real deal. So there is that internal interest within there, which just makes them stand out. We did that show with Jan, didn't we, with the sort of jewellery, the home jewellery. something like that as a ring pull, as a curtain pull or a tie back or something would just really stand out. And well done to all of you who are treating yourself to that. Better take my notes. Who are treating yourself to that. I think lowest ever price point. It's always been £27.95, by the way. Always. Never dropped that in price before up until now. I am back with Claire. Hello, Claire.
Hello.
Well done on that quiz.
Thanks.
I think you did really well.
I think I did really well.
I think you did really well. But people obviously did better, and those because those that jewellery's not coming to you. I'm sorry.
It's not. No.
Those 3 pieces will be sent to the winner. That was Fiona. How was this challenge, please?
It was beautiful. Beautiful colours, but the shapes are brilliant. Really easy to work with.
Easy to work with.
Yeah.
Now we have a few pieces here. One of them made by our lovely budding beader Sue, and she's drawn the kitty cat again. This one next to it is the one made by Sue, which is really pretty. I like it in that rose gold a lot. Just popped on a very simple kind of head pin, paired with a little bit of hematite, looks like. Really pretty. And then, Claire, you've done that flower, which is just such a focal piece.
It is, isn't it? It is. Just that shape works really, really nicely. But it's good to see that, you know, the 2 different styles, because you can see how well it goes with the gold and with the rose gold. And, you know, and that's sort of a more ornate design or a simpler design, you know, so like with the earrings as well. Yeah, it's a really great. It's a great lot of gems, very workable.
Isn't it? It's a really beautiful collection. Good. I really, really, really love them. I'm just taking this necklace and ring off because if I don't, I will forget. Thank you so much for creating those for us, Claire. We'll take pictures and put them on Facebook. When are you with us next?
I think I'm with you on Monday morning.
You are with us on Monday morning.
Yeah. If I'm allowed back.
So we're not sure who's with us on Monday. When are you? What are you going to be doing? Do you know?
I don't know.
Cool.
I don't know yet.
Fantastic. You'll probably just be making Fleur a tanzanite necklace, won't you?
Yes, probably.
Claire, thank you so much for today. I always have a giggle with you.
Yeah.
And you smell nice. I should say nice. You smell really nice. Thank you very much for joining us today. Have a fantastic bonfire night. Stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye, everyone.